I did. It's not the greatest, but I got it.
It's okay.
Sweet, because I didn't get it yet.
Hey.
Did you get something?
No.
Okay, then.
I was just wondering if
I was like, if you got something better, let's take it.
I was gonna see if I can make something up, but.
What's up, everybody? We're about to do another episode of the Game Speak podcast.
Wow.
So let's do it in 3, 2, 1. Yo, 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 and hello and welcome to Game Speak podcast. Did somebody knock, or is that the dog? Did y'all hear that? I got sorry, guys. We're gonna restart in 3.
Should we check before we restart?
No, because the door is unlocked.
Pest control.
But
that guy just comes in.
Did it sound like he was like kicking?
I think it was from me adjusting this.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm
Yeah.
tripping. Yeah, so 3, 2, 1. Yo, 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 and hello and welcome to Game Speak Podcast. New episodes go up for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are streaming live every Monday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast and Facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. Be sure to go ahead and join our ever-growing community in the GameSpeak Podcast Discord at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games, battle and catch Pokemon, get show updates, find friends to play games with, talk about anime, and so much more. This show is 3 BFFs bringing you the hottest video games of the video game news of the week. We're not giving you video games. Get the fuck out of here. I'm one of your hosts, Jamel Al-Jafra, alongside Brent Bass and Devin Mayer.
Yo.
Yo.
What's up, guys?
What does it do?
Oh, man.
Does
Nothing.
it do things?
It literally does nothing.
It do a lot of nothing.
It
yeah.
do a lot of
It
nothing.
do a lot of nothing.
No, okay.
Actually, no, I did a lot of something this past week.
What'd you
What'd
do?
you do?
Yeah, I went up to Dallas for a hockey game.
What?
It was a lot. Yeah, it
Like
was
a
lot
professional hockey game?
Yeah, good old NHL. No,
Whoa,
so like
dope.
once a year, the Penguins will come down to play Dallas, and I try to catch it because I've got good buddies up in Dallas. Just make a trip out of it.
Who are the Penguins?
The
Just-
Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
The
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay, it's okay.
I'm sorry, I forget we're in Texas
No,
and
yeah.
like nobody knows
Honestly,
hockey.
that's a dope-ass name for a hockey team.
Fucking-
The Penguins?
The pity penguins, dude. What?
Well, the Dallas
does our
Stars
team
don't seem
call-
to think so because they were hating the whole time.
What about the
Damn.
Houston team? What are we?
They don't have an.
We don't
NHL
have a
team.
team?
No,
We have a Dallas team, okay?
they had a. There was a
Yeah,
semi.
that's like 4 hours away. That ain't us.
There was a semi-pro team years ago called the Arrows, right? The Houston
Oh, yeah,
Arrows.
yeah. My
Arrow
friend-
sounds dope.
My friend was at a Houston Aeros game one time, and apparently red jumpsuit apparatus played at the...
Was that
at the-
Chief?
Yeah, it was Chief.
He's the only human I know in Texas that was like obsessed with hockey. And I'm pretty sure he's besides Devin. Now I know Devin.
I mean,
I've
yeah.
got 2.
Obsessed. I mean, I love hockey. I've played hockey most of my life, but I don't like keep up like watching the games and stuff. You know.
I'm more of a roller hockey kind of guy, you know? Like I like the Mighty Ducks.
Wow, you can't like support the
Mighty Ducks
Bearcat
played
roller
ice
hockey
hockey,
team.
though.
I just like the very beginning where they're playing
You know,
roller hockey.
Sam Houston has a roller hockey team, right?
No, I
Yeah,
didn't
I've
know
heard that, yeah.
I was on the roller. I was on the Sam Houston Bearcat inline hockey team, and we went to Natty's my last year.
Natties,
Damn,
dude.
Yeah,
Natties.
up in. Oh God, it
But
was in
were you natty
Fargo.
or were you all on fucking steroids up there? You
No,
know,
no, no. The rest of the team, we
I was
found
just
some like.
roided out playing street hockey.
No, see, I was mainly there
Jacked
to
out of their
drink beer.
minds.
Like, no, it's a club team, but my last year, like in college, we almost lost the team because everyone mostly graduated, but then we found some like really good ice players, and we recruited them all, and they were really good. I kind of suck, and I was really out of shape too. But found all these like really good ice players, and we went to nationals my last year there, and nationals ended up being in fucking Fargo, North Dakota.
Damn.
Yeah, it was shitty. That town is
based on the film. Yeah.
The town is based on the film.
But yeah, it was fun. Going up to Dallas. They did not win again. I am 0 for 3 on going to Dallas to see the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Shucks.
Maybe you should
Yeah.
stop watching the Penguins, dude.
Hey, man,
start
it's-
repping the Dallas Stars.
It's my hometown. No, well, Dallas Stars is my second team because it's the only team in Texas.
Yeah.
But no, Pittsburgh Penguins because I was born in Pittsburgh. So
Oh, okay. How long were you in Pittsburgh?
6 years. But because I was born there and I have a lot of family there. I
still gotta rep
Yeah,
it.
I gotta rep it.
Okay.
Even through the bad times, you know.
Yeah.
How are we out here winning at hockey? You know, Our
Dude, the
little
Dallas Stars
Texas
are
team-
whipping ass,
We
man.
do everything bigger, dude.
They got
So-
this.
I
They got
guess
this
it-
kid Robertson. That's a fucking prodigy. Like,
Nice.
yeah, they're doing really good. They're gonna go. They have a chance of going to the Stanley Cup.
That would
Nice.
suck to be a prodigy at something that's not that popular. Like, not
Well,
to
just
say
in
that.
Texas, yeah. No, up
Yeah.
north it's
I
huge.
feel like it'd be sick.
I don't know, man.
You
Like,
could be the Wayne Gretzky, dude.
imagine you're like a prodigy at like I don't know, fucking flipping water bottles.
I feel like if you're
like
a prodigy
on,
at
yeah.
something,
Do you
that's
know how
not
hard
as
it is to be
popular-
good at hockey, Jamel?
I understand. I'm
about it
just
this way,
saying.
though.
Look, I get it's hard.
You
There's
have to
plenty
be-
of things
you have
that
to
are
be a
hard to do.
peak athlete above most other athletes to be
Yes,
NHL.
I
Like,
understand, but listen to what I'm saying. How many people watch the NFL? All right, take that, take soccer, and then like it's like I know hockey you can make a living, but you're gonna get your teeth busted out. You're gonna get your ass kicked all the time, and it's like one of those things that you put more into it than you probably get out of it. Even if you're a pro, you probably put.
I mean,
more.
they're
but
making
wouldn't
$1 million contracts, like $1 million a year,
Really?
millions of dollars.
Okay,
a year.
all
Yeah.
right. See, I
No,
guess
they-
I just don't know.
yeah,
enough
they're
about
making
it.
millions.
Even if you were only making like $60K a year, wouldn't it be worth it to do the sport you love instead of
Fuck
like
yeah.
a fucking job?
Oh, for
you
sure.
know
Yeah,
what
if I was
mean?
good to be,
Like,
yeah, if I
sure.
was good enough to be professional and just get paid for that instead of slaving away at HVAC, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'll take my blessings, but I'm just saying, it's like not even just for hockey. I'm just saying, there's some guy out there who's just like the best at like I don't know, fucking
Ping
pong
pong.
or like he's got to move to China to like where that to
become
even
a
matter.
national ping pong team.
Yeah.
Like,
Or he's the master like checkers player. Like no one gives a fuck, dude. Like he's like the
I don't
best.
know- oh,
he's
checkers.
a
I
prodigy.
was
Chess
thinking
is
chess,
different.
yeah.
But like you're just so fucking good at Candyland or something. Like there's just nothing you can do.
I don't think hockey quite lines up with those, but I see what you're saying.
I'm just saying.
yeah, that would suck.
It just came to my mind, like thinking about that, like because you're like he's a prodigy, and I'm like, damn, you got to really know hockey to know if someone's a prodigy. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't just look at a bunch of people playing hockey and like not be too familiar with the sport and be like, that guy's a fucking
Well, no, I mean
prodigy.
he just scores all the fucking time. though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's not that. Yeah.
It's like with like basketball. It's like, oh yeah, he got the ball in the hoop. That guy's really good. He just keeps getting it in the hoop, and nobody can take the ball from him. I feel like with hockey, it's like you can't see the person because they're all wearing the gear, so you don't know who's who or like anything like that.
They
Yeah,
have their
numbers.
names on the numbers.
I
on the-
know they got numbers. I don't know. It's just, I'm trying to give you guys an insight into my brain on how I see sports. Like
I don't like.
Yeah.
the
that's like
sight.
with football. People know all these football players.
They
When
all
I
have,
watch
they have
it,
just as much gear on as hockey.
that's what I'm
players.
saying. I don't know who they are.
Oh.
I'm like I can't fucking.
No, that's real.
I get what. Yeah, I get what
They're
you're
like,
saying.
oh, that guy's fucking like, and it's crazy because somebody will mention a football player that I've never heard of, and they're like, oh, dude, it's like whenever Joe Rogan goes into every single fighter that Joe Rogan mentions, he's like pound for pound the best. I'm like, how is he pound for pound, but this guy's pound for pound and this guy's pound for pound? Like, who the fuck is the best around here? They can't all be pound for pound the
John
best
Jones.
fighters.
I feel like there's only like 3 people that are really in the discussion for pound best fighter. You know what I mean?
Not according to Joe Rogan.
Well, he said
Every
well,
person he fucking talks about is pound for pound the best at something. No,
No, he only
Yeah.
pound for pound. He usually is talking about John Jones or a couple others, but then he talks about a lot of weight
Usman a lot
classes.
like that. Fucking.
Yeah, he says a lot of
you're
weight
right.
class specifics.
He does.
It's like almost every time they bring up a fighter, he's like pound for pound.
He's a
the
little too liberal with the word.
Yeah.
With the pound for pound.
I'm like, what? Maybe I'm just missing something, but like
It's got to be John Jones though.
John Jones
if you
is
really
pound
think
for
about
pound
it,
the best.
He's got to be.
No,
pound
yeah,
for
like
pound
no,
the
legitimately, like yeah.
Best. He is. He just has to be.
Yeah. I mean, of course, he's unbeatable. But you've also got the what's his name? The Nuremberg. What's his name? The
Nurmagomedov?
Nurmagomedov?
No.
The problem
Who
with
was-
Nurmagomedov is that he didn't fight long enough, like to really cement himself as the
Yeah.
fucking goat.
As
you
the
know?
pound for
Quit after,
pound.
he quit after his dad
Yeah,
passed, right?
he defended his title like 3 or 4 times, which is super impressive. He never lost, like he was great. But like, John Jones has been fucking hasn't
He's in the
lost
game
for,
for
like,
10 years.
minute.
like longer than that even. Like it's crazy. Like I
The
don't
dude's
know.
only like 34.
He's 35 right now, and he's like fucking. He's been a champion since he was like 20. Like
So crazy, dude.
It's insane. I also went up to Huntsville Saturday. I had some old buddies that were in town, and I felt old. I felt really old going to Huntsville.
Why?
Went to the Fox. Jesus
Oh, you can't go to
Christ.
the Fox,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
I saw an actual fox today. Straight up,
That's
I really
awesome.
did. I was on a bike ride. I saw a fox run past me. It was really cool.
I mean, they're pretty common around here, but you don't like if you
They're
live
very
in the city at
elusive,
all.
yeah.
You don't see them at all.
You been bike riding?
Yeah, a little bit. You
Hell
know,
yeah.
here I'm trying to get back in the shape. You know what I mean? Trying to get back on the grind.
I need to
you know?
start working on that too. I was telling Devin, I was like, I went like 7 years of just like nonstop eating perfect and doing all this stuff, and like this year I was
Yeah,
like,
look
dude,
at
I'm
ya.
taking a fucking break.
Yeah,
like
hell
it,
yeah.
it
You
takes a
deserve
lot
one,
out of me.
bro. You really do.
Like, dude, seriously, not missing a week of working out, like not taking a whole 5 days off in 7 years, like you know, just working out. It's like it gets old. It gets really fucking old, and you start to forget why you're doing it. Like I was just like, wait, why am I staying so in shape? Like I don't even go outside, you know. Like, but I'm gonna get back into it because I just have to, you know. And that
I
once
just need
you've
to
already
do it
been
for my
there,
health, you know. I just need to
Yeah.
get back on the grind.
Yeah,
you know?
I turned 30 and I was like, "Yep, it's time to start." Like so, since turning 30 in November, I've not stopped working out.
Hell yeah.
So and this
Nice.
is
Good
the
for you.
this is the best in shape that I've been ever. I think.
I need to get on your
So,
level.
and food wise too. I also got on like eating healthy, like super healthy considering what I used to eat like. But no, I feel great. Feel a lot better. And
Hell
like
yeah.
I'm trying to like stave off just aging at this point. Like I'm not trying to get like fucking bodybuilder jacked or nothing. I'm just trying to like
Yeah.
look decent
Consistently
and stay
healthy.
looking
that's my goal too.
stay
I'm
mobile.
not trying to get super ripped. I just want to get healthy.
I wish I was born with like that natural lean physique, you know, like how there's just people that just never gain weight.
Yeah, because
It's
they
like,
have stupid metabolisms that never give out on them. Mine gave out at like 19, and it was like, "Hey, dude, if you look at that wrong, you're
Yep.
gonna gain some weight."
that's how I am, dude. It fluctuates, but it's like think about like Jared Leto. Like that dude probably works out like once a week, but he's just so tiny.
He
And
can
like,
probably afford to have like personal trainers and physicians.
Oh,
and
yeah.
shit. Like, you know, like, he probably has like people planning his meals. And
he's just
fucking-
shredded all the time. But you know he eats dumb shit too. But
Oh,
you know,
I'm sure he does.
yeah, it's like not to take away from any work that he does. I'm sure he does
But
some
also,
work.
when
but
you're that wealthy, it's probably a lot easier to eat like fucking, you know,
Healthy.
really
Super
good
clean.
shit
Tastes
all
good.
the time. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can eat like fucking steak and lobster every day.
just
fucking-
wagyu,
yeah.
like fucking every meal, just like but yeah, we should get a little workout thing going on. You know, AJ's bike. AJ has my brother has like this fucking expensive ass bike.
It's like a tandem bike. Can we all go? No.
No, we can't.
Aw.
No, but
Could you
it's
imagine
like
us
you can like
three on a
lift it
bike?
with like your finger and like, but it's just like a road bike. Like you can just go ride it around and shit. But
Cool.
it's like made out of like
Aluminum or something.
some crazy
Probably
metal
carbon fiber.
I think it's carbon fiber. It's
Because
ridiculous.
even aluminum would be a little. Yeah, it's probably like some kind of composite something.
Mm-hmm. But it's cool. Like it makes me want to ride a bike, but I know myself. I'm not gonna stick
I
to
want a
riding
new
a
bike.
bike.
I've been thinking about getting a new bike. I've had this shitty $100 like Walmart bike for the past like 3 years, and I've just been using it to the fucking wheels literally fall off. Like my shit's just busted up. My handlebars almost falling off. You know.
Do they still have that dude like in Huntsville, like the bike shop?
I don't know. The one
It
on
was
the
like
square.
on the square, yeah.
I'm not sure.
I was about to say you should go over there
I never
because he's
saw a
probably
bike
got
shop on
dope
the square.
bikes. Well, I don't know if it's there anymore. I remember it being there at some point though. But that's like one of those places are like go to Kin or whatever. You see those
Yeah,
those
Go See
stickers everywhere.
Kin.
Go see Kin. Like you
No.
never see those.
That was like
bumper
a Houston
stickers.
bike shop, right? Or was that the
Mhm.
Huntsville bike shop? I thought that
I
was like a Houston.
I think it's Houston. I think it's the like near,
For the
near
longest
Spring.
time, I had no fucking idea what I see those stickers everywhere, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I finally
Yeah.
Googled it, and I was like, "Oh,
Bikes.
yeah."
But anyways, outside of that, did everybody catch that there's going to be a new Good Burger? They're doing Good Burger too.
Oh yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty hyped, dude. I feel like that's one of those things that could either be amazing or just be terrible.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't have
man.
a lot of. I don't know. You know, we'll have to see. I'm
Anytime
glad-
they bring back something like old for like a sequel or something after it's been gone for years, I'm like, I'm very skeptical.
Oh,
But
no.
one thing that did beat my skepticism that I watched this week was Top Gun Maverick.
Really?
A lot of people say that's
I finally
good.
watched that, and yeah, that shit was good.
I've never seen the first one, so it's like, I'm un-American.
Yeah, what are you, a communist?
Get ready for lots of slow-mo volleyball and fucking...
Just naked men playing volleyball.
Hell yeah, brother.
No.
No, that was good though. And now I want just to have a mustache and wear some aviators.
Okay.
I could see you pulling that off.
Yeah, you can pull that off.
I think I could. I
Yeah.
think I
People
could.
would just think you're a pilot.
Yeah.
Right?
Just tell them that.
No stolen valor
yes,
here,
no,
though. I'm no military.
Absolutely
I was
stolen
gonna say,
valor.
is it stolen valor if you put on like a commercial pilot outfit, like you're
I
wearing?
think
Yes.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you portray yourself
if not-
as a pilot, like or a veteran pilot, or
No,
like
not
some,
like a military pilot. Like,
Just a
Any-
pilot.
then
Just
you're
like a
just a
normal-
you're a
just-
fucking poser then.
yeah,
like,
okay.
no,
But
dude.
you're not like a fucking, you're not like the step above poser. You're
yeah, there's
you're
like
just like
poser,
a regular
and
poser.
then there's stolen valor. Like
It's better than
still not good to be either though.
Yeah, but
Like,
stolen valor will get you in prison. Being a poser won't. So just be a poser. Huh?
I know.
do
you
those
can get
do
in
those
trouble.
guys get
Yeah,
like
you
tickets and shit?
You,
They
not
ought
just
to.
tickets. It's a felony.
Really?
I think. Yeah,
Good.
I'm pretty sure you can do prison time.
You always see
for it.
those super cringy videos of those guys getting called out, like wearing fucking BDUs and shit out and about, and an actual veteran comes up to them and questions them. They're
An
like,
actual pilot comes up to you.
He flies
hey,
in.
bro.
"Yeah, dude, I flew an
What's the
F-35."
trajectory for takeoff whenever you?
He played so much fucking Microsoft Flight Sim that he knows. He's like, damn. The ones that I hate is like the people who pretend to be cops and like just pull people over and shit.
Dude,
it's like
I
that
saw
person's an
that.
actual
Sketchy.
psychopath.
Yeah.
Like they like have the weapons and everything ready. Like I've seen this dude has been arrested 5 times for it, and they finally put him away for 10 years because he just kept pulling people over.
Jesus.
Like because he would be riding his motorcycle and he'd get pissed off like that somebody turned a way that he didn't like, so he'd just pull up beside him and be like, pull the fuck over. I'm a police. Pull the fuck over. And
Are
he'd
you
like,
talking about the guy that like he was like the like wide load guy or something? He had some kind of job where he thought he was like just fucking had power and this and that, and he
this
was
is just
screaming
a
at people.
dude. He just believed that he was just better than everybody else. And,
Oh, well,
like, he
there's
would just
another
pretend
guy
to
on
be
a
cop.
motorcycle, but he would like direct like wide load shit, and he would like scream at people and
But
like
come the fuck
and hit on their
on.
window and shit. Like he got arrested too. I'm pretty
Jeez
sure.
Louise.
Yeah, dude. People
Imagine
on-
being that crazy
Some
and like
weirdos out there,
making
man.
it to like 45. Like, how do you make it to 45 and not be arrested if you're that fucking nuts? That's my question. But anyways, yeah. So you guys do anything else? You guys want to get into the games?
Yeah, we can get into the games.
had some crawfish again.
Hey, I went
Shout
to
out to Ant and Byram.
went to the
our
crawfish
boys.
hole, but I didn't get any crawfish. I just got Audra crawfish and I ate other shit. I wasn't feeling crawfish at that
I'm not a
exact
crawfish
moment.
guy.
I
I'm a
am, but I
crawfish
have to be in the mood for
anytime.
it. You know what I mean?
Oh no.
Like they had a new papusa place open right next to Arnott.
Did you just call it a papusa?
a papusa, bro?
Oh.
You ever had a papusa?
There
I've
you
had
go.
a
That
papusa,
was that
but
was
you called it
better.
a papusa.
Yeah, you said
like,
papoose.
It's like a 2 separate words, like a pap and a pusa, which I don't know what either of those are, but
Look, bro.
it doesn't sound appetizing. A papusa, even papusa doesn't sound appetizing. Let's be real, but it is good.
It's like one of those words you think about.
It's
it
got
too
the word
much.
poo in it,
just
yeah,
gets
like
worse.
and puss in it. Like this is the weirdest. But I love
Anyways,
papusas.
Brent,
Yeah.
please tell us about these.
They're
papooses.
delicious.
They are very
They're
delicious.
right next to the crawfish place.
When I worked at the movies in Huntsville, there was a lady who would come and just sell pupusas to us, like
yeah,
at
Allie
work.
used to buy them all the time. Back
Oh,
in the
yeah.
day.
We have a lady that comes by our HVAC shop with tamales.
Tell her to
They're
come to
so
my
good.
Tell her
apartment
to
and
come
bring
to-
us
yeah.
pupusas.
She only sells tamales.
Well, you should
Aw,
get
boo.
some extra.
Yeah.
and
Dude,
sell
tamales
them.
are way better than pupusas. What do you mean?
No.
Whoa, now, hold on.
Mm-mm.
They're
Good-
two separate
Yeah.
kinds. They're just like apples and oranges. They both have their own place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, a pupusa is better in the street. All right. The tamale's good at home. You know what I'm saying?
Made
It's
by a little abuela.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
homemade
get with that. I can get with
yeah.
that.
pupusa in the street, tamales in the
sheet.
sheet. I guess that's how that works.
Oh, that's our motto.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What you guys? What video games did y'all play
Yeah.
this week?
Oh, okay. I played the Diablo 4 beta.
Yeah, I played it a little bit as well. I only spent like 30 minutes with it after waiting 20 minutes to play.
Damn.
I honestly didn't want to download 130 gigabyte download.
It was only 80.
Well, still,
Yeah.
it said 130 gigabytes of required space. I was like,
Yeah, like,
Is it
nah,
going to
I'm
be on
good.
console?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's
It-
good though. It's good as fuck. Like
It's really shiny. It looks good.
Shiny.
I didn't get enough into it to
Better
really.
be for 80 gigabytes. Goddamn.
only problem is it doesn't come out till June. One,
Super
two.
early for an open beta.
Yeah, well, it's good because then they can fix shit.
Actually
Yeah.
do things. Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't come out till June,
Is
and
the
then
beta already over?
yeah, it ended
Yeah.
yesterday, and then it's gonna be $70. But you know, if Sony wasn't
That's,
being a little bitch,
That's
it would be
kinda
on
just
Game
the
Pass.
Thing, though, everything's $70 now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
But it could be on Game Pass. You know, like it could be, but it's not because Activision can't.
I feel like
be
it
owned by
will
Blizzard.
come to Game
It
Pass.
will. It will as soon as they own it, which we'll talk about that shit later. But like, it sucks because I don't want to pay $70, so I'm not gonna buy the game when it comes out. But I really like it. Like I had a lot of fun with it.
Sure, it'll go on sale sooner than later. I mean,
Think so? It's Blizzard.
Diablo 2 remaster was on sale like months after it released. You know what I mean? And people were really looking forward to that. Like it was a big deal. You know?
True, but it's also a game that had already been out. It was more of like a nostalgia thing for people.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
But I even like when I eventually bought Diablo 2
Similar names.
remastered. Fucking, I got like a bundle deal for like $15, and it had Doom 3 like the complete edition. Or like you said,
Diablo.
no.
Diablo
You kill
3.
demons. I mean,
Yeah, it had like both games like bundled up, which was a bet for like $15. I just feel like if you wait a little bit, you might not get it for $15, but you'll definitely.
I really like
a
this one.
sale.
It's actually open world, which is very cool. So like you can really go anywhere, just like on the map. Obviously, the
That's
beta
cool.
had like some wall, like you reach a certain point in the beta, and it's like you can't go this far in the beta. It's like this is you can only do so much. I got to level 15 out of the 25 cap, but I didn't play too much. But
Did you try multiplayer at all?
Me and Hans played, and it was fun. He's a necromancer, which was OP as fuck.
yeah. I chose Necromancer as well, and like I put it on Veteran too, and I didn't break a sweat at all.
No.
Like I was just wiping hordes away.
They
without
said
even
they
trying.
have to fix that because it's like they did the beta for balancing shit and all that
So
stuff.
they're gonna buff the barbarian, and I'm sure
Hopefully
Necro's
the
gonna
rogue.
catch a nerf.
The rogue
nerd.
needs a buff because it felt like I was playing Ark. What was that game called?
Lost Ark, yeah.
It felt like Lost Ark, but the enemies actually were a threat. That's the thing. That was the big difference to me. It was like Lost Ark was so fucking easy. It was just point and click, and like everything just died. You never had to worry about your health going down.
Well,
or
that's
anything.
how I felt about Necromancer on Diablo.
You
Like,
should
it
have
was-
done Rogue or something. Like with Rogue, it was like a constant struggle. Like I almost died on like 2 of the bosses I fought and stuff. So,
because like Necromancer, you just raise an undead army. You have like 5 skeleton dudes just running around with you, and then you have this super far reach attack that just everything just melts.
yeah, I was like having to see it. Mine's like close range, and then I have a bow. So like I would be like shooting the bow, and he'd be running at me. So I would have to like dodge, then like stab him in the back a couple times, and then so like I had like this ability where I would shoot it with the X button, and it would make him vulnerable, and then I'd switch to my or I'd hit Y, and that one, if the person's vulnerable, it does 3 times the damage or whatever. So I was like doing all this crazy skill tech stuff, and that's what's fun to me. It's like coming up with those cool combos and things.
Well,
like
and that's
that.
probably why I didn't find it as enjoyable then, because the Necro was it was too easy. It was like I was like, all right, I was like, this is on Veteran. I was like, where's the challenge? Even when I went up to the boss, I got killed just because I got caught in like a chain attack.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I'm going to avoid that. And I avoided that. And then I just beat him without getting touched.
Yeah.
Like,
There was like an article today on IGN that was like Blizzard, addresses the OP Necromancer class.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but anyways,
but looks really good. Has a really interesting story with the whole whatever she is, Lilith, the
demon,
Demon?
spawn of hate or something. I don't demon of hate.
Lilith is like so. because me and Brent were talking about making like a horror movie about Lilith back in the day. I did a bunch of like research on Lilith. Lilith is actually like an old Jewish like folklore tale, like that she would like show up and just like take your baby or some shit. So
Like lie your own.
Baby snatcher.
Is that?
yeah, she's like either a baby snatcher or a man snatcher. I can't remember. One or the other. Like she would either steal you a man or she something like that. Some weird shit.
Hide your babies, hide your man, because she's stealing everything.
Isn't that crazy? Like back in the day, we'd just like sit around and just be like, "Oh fuck, you better beware of Lilith, dude." You know, like
Yeah,
Snatch
all
your
the
babies, bro.
snatch your baby.
insert random folklore. Like,
Yeah, like today is kind of boring. Like you can never just tell someone that and like get
because
past.
now they can Google it and know like,
Yeah.
oh, that's bullshit. Like
Yeah.
takes all the mystery out of everything. Thanks, Google. Like,
Yeah.
Like I remember when we were kids, fucking Brent's dad's friend, like told us this story about the Wolfman. Like we were like out on,
Oh yeah.
out of like a deer lease and like sleeping in an RV. It was just like a bunch of us kids and then like his dad and his friend, and he was just like, "I'm gonna tell y'all about the Wolfman." And we're like, "Huh?" He like tells us this story and like how like it, the blood was like dripping, like whenever he killed the person, the blood was like dripping on top of the car, and like he was like making the sound. Like this traumatized me because then we had to stay the night in this RV, like out on a deer lease, and like the whole night I kept hearing like things tapping the RV, so I was like, oh, it's the blood.
Man,
You know?
the last time I really had some like mysticism like that was Demon's Road. Like first time
yeah,
first time hearing about Demon's Road when I had moved to Huntsville and started going to Sam and whatnot. And I actually had a weird occurrence happen on
Creepy
Demon's Road.
shit, me too, yeah.
Like, and this is the one and only thing weird that ever happened, because I went to Demon's Road a bunch after that, because it's college and you're bored at 2:00 in the morning
And
you're like,
drunk probably.
yeah, among other things. College. But no, so the first time me and my buddy Doug went to Demon's Road just to see what the hype was about, we were going, and I forget which, and there's two ends of that road that you can go on, but we were going, the one with the abandoned gas station, that end. And we were going, there wasn't a fucking soul in sight, nobody on the road at all, and it was probably like 1 or 1:30, and we get to the road and we turn onto it, and as soon as we turn on, somebody's right behind us. Turning in, and we're going, and I'm like, okay, it's just some, like, to me, like, the road didn't look like shit because I lived in Madisonville and all the roads look like that.
Yeah.
And so
all
we turned
roads
on,
are Demon's
but
Road.
like we hadn't passed any driveways, and this car or vehicle was behind us, and then it just turns off, and the lights just disappear, and as far as I could tell, we hadn't passed any driveways yet.
Wow, that's creepy because I had I had a similar experience out there, but I thought it was just some jackass fucking with me, dude. Because like, okay, it probably was some jackass fucking with
Probably,
me.
yeah.
But like, I went out there and like, you've been out to Demon's Road before, right?
Yeah, I've been to the main cemetery and the back cemetery.
Okay, so we were parked by the back cemetery.
Respectfully, I never did any like hood shit back there.
You know, like how you have to drive like down a pretty isolated road to get down to that back cemetery gate or whatever.
Yeah, it's damn near just a driveway.
Just like a one-way fucking.
Yeah.
So I'm parked back there, right? And like we were just goofing off, we jump in the car to like leave, and like there's a car like parked in front of us, basically. Like he just pulled up out of nowhere, and he's got his lights on, and he's just parked in front of us, and he like won't let us like pull out. You know what I mean? And it was so fucking scary. Eventually, I just kind of like went through the fucking grass and shit around them and like kind of burned off. And then they turned around and started following us. And they followed us like all the way down freaking Bowden. Like they kept like shutting their lights off and flashing them at us and stuff. It was terrifying, dude. I don't know what.
Well, I heard a couple of my friends had a run-in with what they suspect is the caretaker of the cemetery, and he'd chase people out of there a lot. And like couple times, like supposedly this is
motherfucker
all
wasn't no
hearsay.
caretaker, bro. I don't know. He was
also,
on some
have you
creepy
seen
shit,
that
bro.
cemetery?
Nobody's taking care
Yeah,
of
what the
that
fuck
shit.
is that dude
The
even
front,
doing?
the front one's been taken care of, but the back one is dilapidated.
Yeah, the back one, like, you can see the skeletons hanging out of the fucking, like, coffins and shit. But yeah.
Anyways,
good
Diablo.
times.
Yeah, Diablo.
Diablo. But yeah, that's really the only thing I played outside of Warzone. I've been doing a lot of knifing in Warzone. Been having fun with that.
Nice.
Like it just we'll all land with like either the Kadachis or the knife and a medium to long range weapon, and then see how many kills we can get. It always pisses people off. If you kill someone with a knife, they are going to hate you no matter what.
Yeah, lots of raging.
Mm-hmm. It's fun. But anyways, what about you, Brent or Devin? Either way.
Yeah, what have you been playing, Devin?
Well, I actually started the Halo campaign, Halo Infinite campaign, with my brother and cousin.
Oh, with the co-op?
Yeah. It was a tiny bit buggy at the start, but now it's going pretty good. It's okay. Like
it's an alright game. It's kind of empty, but it's fun.
Yeah, the whole running like my brother had ran through it already, but me and my cousin hadn't played it at all. So he ran us through like after we got to the open world part. He ran us through and we got like a bunch of the perk points to like upgrade and whatnot. And I was like, "Is this it?" And he's like, "There's some story missions, but yeah, kind of." And I was like, "Oh." So, but I'm gonna finish that with them.
It would be better with friends, but
well, it is. It definitely is because if I was doing that shit on my own, I would have already given it up. But like we're derping around and like you can kill there's like friendly fire and stuff. So when we get real bored, we'll just like start fucking with each other and trying to kill each other with the grapple hook and stuff.
I like finding the like exotic versions of the guns.
Mm-hmm.
And, that was the most satisfying thing for me. I was just like scouring the map looking for exotic guns.
Yeah, we've hit a bunch of those, and then we completed the tower. And then hit a couple other outposts, and that's where we're at right now. So, but it's cool. It's not terrible.
It's like a solid 7.5 of a game.
Nothing like doesn't stand out by any means, but it's not super terrible either.
It's crazy
I had fun with it. I played the whole game, but it wasn't like the most insane thing I've ever played.
Other than that, I don't think. No, I didn't really play anything else. A little bit of Warzone, a little bit of Pavlov Zombies, so that's fun. I'm fixing to get a game though that I'll have plenty to talk about. It's also kind of going off my Top Gun Maverick streak, the VTOL Warship. I'm gonna pick I'm gonna pick that game up. I wish I would have got it during the spring sale, but
I have that. I've played it a couple times. I suck really bad at it.
It looks pretty cool. I'm super excited because I played VR Microsoft Flight Simulator. And that kind of gave me an itch to play like a fighter jet game.
Was it working on your computer good?
Yeah, it's. I think I need to switch it to one of my SSDs, because the landscaping and everything got a little jittery.
Yeah.
But as far as like the cockpit of the plane and whatnot, I got in the fighter jet, and it was really cool. It was cool enough that I flew all the way up to Madisonville from Houston, or from Bush Intercontinental.
That's really cool. I need to fucking get a better graphics card.
And then I think this is new too. You can do all the controls it has like VR controller support now.
Oh, neat.
Which I don't think it did last time.
So you can like grab the
yoke.
That's cool.
The yoke, right?
I guess so. Yeah, that sounds.
I don't know terminology, but yeah, you can do that. But then you can also flip a bunch of switches that I had no idea what any of them were doing.
I'll just be flipping switches for no reason.
Dude, in the fighter jet, like half of the stuff was not available. I guess because it was like weapon systems and stuff. That's awesome. Why I was like, screw this. I was like, I'm going to get VTOL Warship so I can actually shoot missiles and fight and run missions. But apparently VTOL Warship is really cool in the fact that like people can upload custom missions and stuff.
Yeah, VTOL warships
that can't be good.
In general are just cool because vertical takeoff landing like fucking vehicles are just like a whole different it's like a helicopter and a jet mixed together. It's fucking.
Oh yeah, but you can fly a bunch of different stuff in it though.
Oh, I know, but like
yeah.
They made the physics on that shit super fucking dope. Like you can tell they really put a lot of time and effort into that specific.
It's as close to a sim without being over the top as far as the controls and stuff.
It's really neat. The graphics are a little, dated, but it's good. It's really.
Yeah, I just want like a good mechanics in working. I watched a bunch of videos on it.
I want to play Ace Combat 7 in VR, but the only way to play it is the PS4 VR, and I'm way too lazy to hook my old VR headset back up. You know what I mean? Like,
also, that would probably look so bad.
Yeah,
now.
going back.
Yeah. But I'll let y'all know next week how that goes.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Brent, what you playing?
Okay. I've been playing Vampire Survivors. Fucking going hard. Vampire surviving. Getting
Super
gold.
catchy
doing
game.
that shit. Then I've been playing Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, which was, it kind of pissed me off actually. Before I even talk about how the game is, fucking the upgrade path is atrocious right now. Fucking like if you want to play the PS5 version of Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, I already have the PS4 version, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to pay for the Tourist Edition upgrade of the PS4 version of the game. Right?
Okay.
So that's $10, right? Not a bad
Yeah.
upgrade path. Okay, $10. It seems pretty fair for like basically an entirely new version of the game. But here's the bullshit part: you have to get the PS4 version of the add-on, right? So my dumbass accidentally bought the PS5 version of the Tourist Edition upgrade,
and so you can't use it on the PS4 version.
No, so I went to go claim my free PS5 version of the game. And I had bought the wrong version of the upgrade.
Yeah.
So it didn't even give me the fucking... So I had to go back and rebuy the fucking, like...
$20 later.
And I still haven't fucking gone through the whole customer support thing to try to get my refund on the other one. Because it's like, I just don't care that much. And it's like, PlayStation's not as user-friendly about that shit as like Steam or fucking Oculus or anything. So it's like, whatever. I'm going to just take the L on that one, support the developer. But, like... Fuck you. That's how I'll start that one. But aside from that, I will say this. I think it is like the definitive way to play Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. Like, it is so much better than fucking the PC version or the
with
fucking
the OLED?
PlayStation. Yeah, well, with the OLED, but really the haptics.
Oh, the haptics.
Bro,
yeah,
it's
I didn't think
insane.
about
When you
that.
hit a zombie, your whole controller goes clunk, and it's like vibrates, and then you like pull it out, and you feel like
the serrated.
It's so fucking like accurate with its
Yeah.
weird little fucking like vibrations and stuff, and they do it for everything.
Yeah, I mean, even on the Quest it was good, but I can't imagine like the super upgraded haptics
bro,
and the trigger pulls and
it's
everything with the
so
PS5.
good. And then the OLED is excellent. The dark
Yeah.
scenes are really good. But I had never really finished Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, so I didn't want to just buy Chapter 2 and jump into that without having finished the first story. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to go back and actually finish the game. So
I didn't finish it either, and it's because of one single reason. I absolutely hate the stamina system in that game.
Oh, yeah.
It is utter bullshit. Like,
yeah, it pisses me off.
you
for
can't
sure.
swing a bat more than 4 times and you're exhausted. Like, no. Like,
You know
I'm sorry.
what
If
pisses me off is I suck at fucking fighting the humans. Like, they fucking piece me up every time, dude. Like, I don't know what it is.
I'm going to go back and I'm going to see if I can't mod out the stamina system in that game or give
that'd be
myself
cool.
infinite stamina. Because
Yeah.
if there was not even, or just a better stamina system, I feel like it's way
I think
too...
if you upgrade your campfire, like at your place, you can get like a bigger stamina bar
Can
and
you?
stuff. Yeah, it's like a whole like upgrade system.
But even in
thing.
the wave fighter, like they have that wave mode.
Yeah.
Your stamina is shit in that, and it's like, why give you a wave mode if you can't even? You're gonna get like tired when all these zombies are coming at you. I don't know.
Also, I mean, like, I feel like you can't use a stamina system on something where you're using your whole body to play it. Like, if I'm not like,
Or as much, yeah.
no, I mean, just in general, like, how are you going to give me a stamina? I can keep lifting my arms. Like, you're not
I
going to.
think the idea is so you don't cheese it. Like,
Well, just make the game better. Like, make it to where you can't cheese it. Make fucking more enemies
just-
or do something different. I don't know. Like, just don't make
I think
that
they
system.
Yeah, I just think they
Doesn't
made
make
them.
sense to me.
They made it way too weak. Like the
they
stamina
didn't
system.
need to have the stamina system at all because like the way the like weapons stick in the enemies and stuff, you could easily
Yeah.
still get overrun. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
Like,
Especially if you take a knife and you stab into a zombie, you have to pull it out, and it's not just like a. You can't like flick. You can't do like on other games how you can like just move your
Yank 'em
controller
off.
super fast and
Yeah.
your sword is going
Yeah,
insanely.
you gotta like grab their head.
there's
and,
weight
like,
and physics to everything. So
But
like
see,
I
that's a
think
good
that-
idea. Like that, to just make it so like ridiculously hard to get your weapon back out if you're
It
using
already
melee
is
weapon.
though. Like,
Yeah,
you
that's the
know,
thing, yeah.
Like it's fucking you.
And
you,
that
you
was the
whack
big-
somebody with an axe, you just got a zombie stuck to an axe.
And now
you
you
know
have
what
to
I mean?
actually like you have to do the motion to pull the axe out.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, you're losing stamina. So you take another swing, and like 3 swings later, and your guy's like exhausted, and you're trying to like run from these zombies at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
You gotta-
That's
you
what
gotta
killed it
eat
for me.
The stamina stuff, bro. You gotta fucking munch some like,
Energy
candy
drinks, dude.
bars or energy
Yeah.
drinks and shit. You know what I mean?
I'd just rather not. I want to go on a rampage in that game because it is. I love the physics in the zombie fighting in that. That's like one of the best zombie games,
Yeah.
or the best zombie game in VR. but it's limited by that fucking stamina system.
They don't want you to have too much of a good thing.
I will say this: the one thing that it does right compared to the other PSVR games I've played is like most PSVR 2 games seem to go for the 60 hertz fucking refresh rate, like, but reprojected up to 120 hertz. You know what I mean? Which it sounds great in practice. Like theoretically you're having 120 frames per second, but you get this like blurring. Like if you move your head past a character, like there'll be like a little bit of a blur behind there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? If you do the 90 hertz refresh rate, it looks fucking smooth as fucking butter. You know what I mean? And Walking Dead chose to do that, and I think it was the good choice. You know what I mean? Like, it's super.
The upscaling is always like odd. Like upscaling, even with like just like resolution and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's dope.
Yeah, it looks like it's native on Walking Dead. It's one of the better looking PSVR 2 games I've played. Honestly, like it's really nice. I bet the sequel looks really good too, but I am determined to not play that until I finish the story on the first one. So we'll see how that goes. You know.
Yeah. What else?
That's pretty much. Oh no! I've been playing Resident Evil 4 Remake. Duh. Yeah, that's the big one. That shit is a lot of fun. It's like fucking nearly perfect. Like it's just
like the other remakes.
Yeah, I mean, if you played Resident Evil 2 Remake or any of the recent Resident Evil games, you know what to expect. You know the level of quality you're getting yourself into, and it's like. Even 3, the one that was probably the worst out of all the recent ones, was still a really high quality product. It was just shorter than all the other ones. You know what I mean? And this is long as fuck. So like, you definitely won't be like. I've been playing for hours, and I'm only on chapter like 12 or something. And there's like achievements leading all the way up to chapter 16, and then past that there's like question marks. So I think there might be more than that even. You know what I mean?
They said apparently like they redid or like changed all the puzzles except for like one of them. Like none of them are the same as from the original game.
Well, I have played Resident Evil 4 recently, like in VR. You know what I mean? So it's like all super fresh in my brain. You know what I mean? And
are they gonna do a VR port for this one?
There is going to be a VR DLC that is in the works right now.
For PlayStation?
Yeah, for PlayStation. They haven't said what they're going to do with it, but you know.
Nice.
That's the whole reason I bought it on PlayStation instead of Steam, because, you know, I want that VR shit,
well, hell yeah.
you know. But yeah, it's excellent. It's really, really fucking good.
I've been seeing nothing but good about it, like all around.
The original game got tens across the board, so there's no way this one wouldn't. It just looks beautiful.
It keeps the beats really well. Like every little iconic moment you think of, and not just like the big moments, but like the little moments too, like the part where you come around the corner and the guy's like throwing dynamite out of the shack at you, or like when you find the dog in the trap, or like every little moment is there, and it's just beautiful.
And all the over-the-top like remarks that he says.
It's so fucking corny, and it's brilliant, dude. It's so good.
I like how he's just like dealing with like two like fucking chicks with chainsaws coming out. He's like, oh man, not again. It's like it's like okay.
It's like he kills them, and then he's like, looks like you didn't make the cut.
Jesus Christ.
At the part where like he's fucking just talking to the Luis guy or whatever, and he says all this shit, and he's like, look, man, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just here to help you out. And he's like, whatever, man. It's so like beautifully
it's like
well
80s
done.
like
you
action.
know they're really leaning into it too, like everything. And like the fucking merchant, oh my god, they went so over the top with the fucking merchant. Like he does not shut the fuck up. Like when you're in, like that's what they wanted, you know. Like in the original game, he was really annoying and like, you know, what are you buying? What are you selling? Just over and over and over again. And he has not changed. Like he's got a few extra lines of dialogue, but he just won't shut up. Like his dialogue plays, and then it's like 2 seconds, and then another fucking line of dialogue
starts
plays.
Going.
Like I've had to mute the fucking like screen whenever he's on because it's so fucking annoying, dude.
He's like, "What are you looking at?" Yeah, that's a good one.
If you don't spend anything, he's like, "Time is money." Like,
it's so funny.
Or if you don't buy anything and then you just back out, he's like, "Buy something next time." It's really great.
Word? Anything else?
No, That's it. Really, most of my time has been dedicated to Resident Evil. I've been
Oh.
really into it lately.
Nice. All right, then. Let's get into the video game news. Just so you guys know, we are using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of these articles as our own. We're simply bringing them all to one place so you can just drip feed them into your soul. What should we start with here?
I got one for you.
All right, drop it.
The Nintendo eShop is officially closing today, March 27th. This is the last chance to buy a 3DS. Or no, you can't. You can't anymore. It's
done. It ended
over.
today.
Sorry, guys. No more 3DS games. No more demos.
No.
No more Wii U's.
Though, if you would have gone on there and purchased some of the 3DS only or digital only games that you can't get anywhere else, your 3DS would be worth thousands of dollars right now, probably.
Damn, I should have did that.
Yeah,
What was I thinking?
yeah, there's a list of all the games that you can only get on the Nintendo 3DS.
Oh, darn. Let me boot up my ROMs real quick.
I was about to say, let me go on Vim's layer real quick.
Dude, try playing a ROM of a DS game with dual screen. It sucks.
Not on
the
this
Steam
puppy.
Deck.
And not on this one.
That's
I can
true.
split the screen.
But I'm talking about on a console though. That's what people want is that authentic feel. You know what I'm saying? That's why retro games still exist as a collector's item, is because people want to play it on that classic.
Everybody just needs to go out and buy a Steam Deck.
Or just buy what are those things called? The retro fucking... They sell them everywhere. The Hyperkins. You can buy literally... we've always been able to play these games anywhere.
Said, it's not right unless you have a touchscreen for the DS. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's absolutely necessary.
It's definitely necessary. But
that's why you got to get it.
Not just that. I think a lot of people just like that feeling of holding a DS. You know, it's like holding a brick or something. And it just feels different, you know? I guess yours does kind of feel like a brick, but it's yours is like a nice brick.
Yeah.
A DS is not a nice brick. It's like a legitimate, you just picked it up from a work site, and but it's got games on it. You know, I don't know. I've just noted the 3DS. I already told you guys the new 3DS. My new 3DS is worth $400 right now. Just because
you should have loaded it up with retro
I should have.
games, it would have been worth a fuckload.
Well, I do have
Get
some
the most
on there.
DS and then load it up with the most valuable game.
I know, dude, but I haven't plugged it in yet. My little sister has the Mario edition of the new 3DS, and hers is worth $400 right now.
Wait,
too.
how much is the Zelda one? The Zelda edition.
The Zelda one's probably $1,000. Right now, I'm telling you, they're worth a lot of money.
Really,
the 3D.
I need to hit up my brother. I've lended mine to my brother. I have the Zelda.
Is
edition.
it the new 3DS or the 3DS? Because it's got to be the one with the little analog stick on it.
The new 3DS.
Yeah, the new 3DS.
I got Audro a 2DS a few years back, and it's orange. It's really cool. It's probably not worth anything.
No, the 2DSs aren't, because they were super cheap, and they're awesome. I liked them, but they're not everybody wants the new 3DS for some reason, the XLs, the new 3DS XLs and stuff.
I think they're the coolest. I mean, I'd rather have the 3D feature because that's what separates the fucking ROMs from the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
the actual console itself. You know what I mean? It's the 3D functionality.
It's this. Oh,
whoa.
Okay, $5,200. Well, I mean, but that's eBay. It's that one.
Yeah, that's eBay. It's see, around $400 basically is what you're looking at. So they're going for a decent amount of money right now. I imagine they're only going to get more expensive.
All of them I'm seeing are $600.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tate, give me back my 3DS.
He's going to sell it now.
Shit.
But yeah, so it's very upsetting. I need to find my charger. I have mine. It's in mint condition. The thing's beautiful.
Yeah, mine's been in a case and it's perfect.
Yeah, I don't know how many games I have on it. I don't know how many of the digital games I have. I need to go see, but I got to find my charger. That's the only thing I can't find. But anyways, let's get into this little. Speaking of Nintendo, might as well mention this. That upcoming Nintendo Switch exclusive The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is getting a 10-minute gameplay presentation tomorrow. So when you're hearing this, it will have already gone up, but it's going to be from Zelda producer Eiji Aonuma. Announced in a tweet from Nintendo of America, the presentation, which wasn't explicitly called a Nintendo Direct, will take place on March 28th at 7 a.m. Pacific. Quote, join the Legend of Zelda series producer Eiji Aonuma for roughly 10 minutes of gameplay from The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, the tweet said, adding that it can be watched on Nintendo's YouTube channel. So, yeah, if you're hyped for that, you get 10 minutes of gameplay.
Nice.
Which that's kind of what I want to see. I haven't seen enough. It looks too much like the first one.
Yeah, just like the first one.
I don't think so. I feel like
They better get rid of that weapon durability. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure.
That's honestly all I care about. Like, if the weapon durability's gone, I'm in 100%.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm still in even if it is there because I ended up enjoying that part of it once I got further into the game. But like, it
stressed me the fuck out, man. I was constantly micromanaging everything.
The Master Sword wasn't breakable though. The Master Sword, like you could break it after a certain amount of time, and then you would just have to wait like 10 minutes, and then you could use it again. It was like an infinite thing. Once
That's
you
how
had,
Leon's knife is in Resident Evil.
Yep.
It'll break, but you got to take it to the merchant to like fix it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so excited for that. What you got, Devin?
So pretty big news. I mean, we don't play this game, but a lot of fucking people do. CS:GO 2 was announced.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they released some footage on it. The maps look pretty polished. Everything's gotten a big upgrade. And one of the big things is that everything is carrying over.
Yeah, apparently it's like Overwatch 2ing CS:GO.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, dude, I mean, lots of people have spent a lot of money on like knife skins and
Yeah.
gun skins
that's
and
real.
stuff.
I appreciate
That
that.
I mean, they would they would be shooting themselves in the foot if they didn't let people carry that over because
Yeah.
then a lot of people would
Because
quit.
weren't
Not
people paying
only-
like thousands of dollars
Yes.
for knife
Oh,
skin?
it's a big deal.
Yeah,
So,
it's
yeah.
a very big deal.
You know, not only are they carrying over the progression though, like the full game is basically coming along with all the new shit that's like they're
Yeah.
remastering all the maps and stuff, and like then they're adding a bunch of new maps. It was pretty cool. Like they have a dope lighting. They're using the Source 2 like from the Half-Life
Source 2
Alex
engine.
and shit.
Yep.
Like it's gonna be great.
Yeah, and the it hasn't been given an exact release date, but they said summer 2023. So
Very nice.
so yeah, I mean, like I said, I've never played CS:GO, but I know the hype behind it, and I know a lot of people.
It's a very
there was like
different
rumors.
kind of first-person shooter altogether.
Yeah.
Like, if you've ever played classic Counter-Strike, it's a lot like that. Like they kept the same feel. It's not like Call of Duty. Or
Yeah, there's no
something.
aim
Like,
down
yeah.
sights. Like it's just basically you just point and click. Like that's how it's always been.
Know where the center dot is on
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
screen.
it's
Yeah.
like Halo and Call of Duty.
Yeah, yeah.
but,
I've seen
you
plenty
know
of
what I mean?
gameplay of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Brent,
But
what
yeah.
you got?
All right, let's see what you got here. So, moving on down the bench here. All right. Oh no. Hold on now.
I deleted everything.
I actually think I might have. Hold on now. Oh, this is bad.
It's all right if you did. I'm sure we all got the
Oh
same
no,
news.
we're here. It's
Okay.
okay. Whoa, scared me there for a minute. All right. Ubisoft has cancelled its plans to attend E3 2023, making them the fifth or sixth in a long line of other people that don't give a fuck about E3 anymore.
At this
so-
point, E3 this year is just going to be some guy walking out on stage and be like, "So nobody came."
Is Jeff not even associated with it anymore?
He never was.
He never was.
No,
Oh,
like
he's
it was
just-
never his thing. I think he was there, but at points. But
Sad times.
E3,
really sad.
E3 is just the ESRB. Like that's all it is. The people who rate our games. That's what E3 is. Is they come together. This is like their way of making money to fund the ESRB and to like get people involved.
No
in
more
games.
video game ratings.
No, if that was the case,
Anarchy.
we wouldn't have games. Like video games basically almost became illegal because the ESRB had to like step in to keep the government from regulating games. So it was fucking crazy.
Oh no! Bring back E3.
Yeah, but they don't necessarily need it. Enough people fund that shit. But it's still funny to me. Like it's like why even do it at this point? Just just cancel it. Go ahead and cancel it. Like it's gonna be you guys and like a bunch of indie developers. So like it's gonna be like the summer of indies again.
Give the indies a chance.
Boo. No, I'm just kidding. I
So
like
depressing.
Yeah. Anyways, hold on. I had something interesting here, and now I can't find it. Oh, I guess I should probably bring this up. Just get it knocked out. So Xbox's Activision Blizzard acquisition has taken a major step forward as the UK's Competitions and Markets Authority, CMA, has revealed it is now less concerned over the deal going through. The CMA released a statement saying that one of its key provisional concerns...
Country Music Awards.
Yeah, the Country Music Awards released this. No, I'm just kidding. They released the statement saying that one of its key provisional concerns that the deal would harm competition if Microsoft made Call of Duty an Xbox exclusive has now been addressed and is no longer an issue. Following significant feedback from Microsoft, Sony, and all other involved parties, the CMA has said that it wouldn't make sense to make Call of Duty exclusive, as this would only lose Xbox money. It's unclear if Microsoft's drive to sign deals putting Call of Duty on Nintendo Switch and various cloud gaming platforms affected this decision. But yeah, so
well, I'm glad it took a whole panel of experts to figure that one out, because I just wasn't sure that having Call of Duty on every fucking platform was going to make them more money. Like,
yeah, I don't know, dude.
If anything, Sony
waste
should
of
be
time.
fighting for them to make an exclusive. Like,
Right.
Jesus Christ.
No, but like once this came out, everybody got real mad because they're like, well, so you're telling us that like everything Sony said was just bullshit, and then Sony announced, or somebody let it out, that Redfall was originally going to come to PlayStation as well, but whenever Sony acquired them, that it didn't come to PlayStation. It's like that's a whole separate.
When Microsoft acquired.
Yeah, when Microsoft acquired Bethesda, it was no longer going to come to PlayStation.
Well, that's base.
It's like,
I don't see why it should.
Yeah, why would it? It's like, so you're telling me if PlayStation bought them, they wouldn't, like, they already were keeping all of their games. Like, they already had fucking TangoWorks games on PlayStation only. They already had Deathloop on PlayStation only for the first year. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand. Like, this like back and forth, like, anyways, they were like, well, see, it shows that they could say that they're for the people, but they took the game away. It's like, no, they had an exclusive. It's just, you guys have a million exclusives. Let Xbox have some shitty ones, okay? We're getting Redfall. It might not be the greatest game, okay, but it's there, all right?
I don't think Sony has any intention of stopping any of this from happening. I think they're just trying to jumble Microsoft up in as much legal mumbo jumbo as they can until they, you know what I mean? Like
major bitch moves.
It is, but at the same time, they're postponing major games and stuff and moves that
making
Game
games
Pass should
suck right now, because it's like how many games could be out by now on Game Pass? Like, if they would have just let this shit happen. Like, we'd have fucking Diablo coming to Game Pass day one. That would be dope as fuck. Like, just for anybody who wants to play that. Fucking League of Legends shit would be even more so. That's Riot Games, but still, I feel like they're, like, hiding stuff. Like, Microsoft is, like, trying to be like, oh, we're not putting stuff over here. Like, I don't know. It's just, I feel like this is affecting the whole Microsoft ecosystem because they're afraid to do things without looking like, oh, we're trying to keep everything from PlayStation, when they haven't been. They fucking own Minecraft. They've owned Minecraft for years, and Minecraft is still on everything. They never took it away, ever.
Yeah, but you can't just, like, again, it all goes back to the whole, like, you can't retroactively, like, take away things. Like, you just can't. If you buy it...
That's what I'm saying, but it's proof that they're not going to do it with Call of Duty. The Call of Duty would be retroactively taking it.
There's a difference between taking away existing Call of Duty games and not publishing future Call of Duty games. You know what I mean? Like,
but once again, look at Minecraft. Minecraft Legends is coming to everything. Minecraft Dungeons came to everything.
No, that's a great point.
It's like they own that. They could literally do whatever they want with those games.
No, yeah.
But they put it on every console, even Switch. So it's like Microsoft has a history of having this fucking thing, this behemoth of a game that could make them a shit ton of money. And they just put it on everything. Like, as an exclusive, it could make them a bunch of money. But they're like, here, you have it. So
it's kind of a bad move on Microsoft's part.
I agree.
Me.
Yeah,
There's
I agree.
Nothing that can stop them. This legal shit isn't going to work out in the favor of some.
No.
Like, they could do this if they wanted to, and they should do this. You know what I mean?
They'll do it. They are going to do it with Bethesda. They're smart about how they're doing it because Bethesda's a pretty big property. Like,
massive property.
You got Fallout, you got Skyrim. When the next Skyrim only comes to Xbox,
It's over. Yeah.
You like what the or not Skyrim? Next
Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls.
If Starfield's even a fraction of how good either of those games are, you know
Oh, yeah.
what I mean?
I don't think Starfield's gonna do anywhere near what Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna do.
I don't think it's gonna sell as well as Elder Scrolls
No.
6. I think the game itself is going to be the fucking best video game ever made. Like, I really think it's gonna be like the magnum opus of fucking.
Oh,
like,
I believe that.
It's
But
gonna be that shit that people are playing for the next like 15 years type shit. I really think so. You know what I mean? Like,
I hope so.
I feel that about Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, but those are like it's surprising how little people played those games. Like most people played Oblivion and Skyrim. And like you mentioned Fallout, and they're like, I just couldn't get into it. Like
it's weird.
it's so weird to me. I'm like,
Fallout's so much more interesting. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
It's like, you know how many fucking fantasy games there are? Like,
Among my friends, I had more friends that played Fallout 3 and 4 over Oblivion. Well, not Skyrim, but like a Fallout 3 over Oblivion.
I feel like
Really?
I know
Yeah.
equal amounts of people
I
who are
didn't-
into both games.
I didn't
think
know
they're-
hardly anyone that played Oblivion.
oh, dude, Oblivion was the shit back when it dropped. Like everybody, I feel like, was playing that shit. I remember the hype because actually Oblivion was only on Xbox, right?
It was Xbox 360 and PC.
No, Oblivion was original Xbox. Like
No.
no. I was thinking. No, you're right. It came out on 360 right at the beginning and PC. Yeah.
I remember because when I got my 360, I remember thinking like, "Holy shit! Like this whole game looks like a cutscene." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I remember thinking this is like the peak of graphics. You know what I mean?
It ain't gonna
Like-
get better than this.
I remember because like Xbox Magazine or like Game Informer, one of them they kept showing
It was Xbox
Oblivion
Magazine,
on the
yeah.
front of it, and like I had this buddy Dylan Evans. I was in the 5th or 6th grade, I can't remember. And like he brought his magazine. We were just looking at it, and he's just like, "This is gonna change games forever."
I still remember
And I
the
was
Game
like,
Informer
"What?"
issue that had Oblivion on the front.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he would just carry that shit with him. Like this
Yep.
dude just had it with him at all times. Like I was just like, "What the
Damn.
fuck?" And I was like, "Dude." Maybe it is gonna change games, and then when that shit dropped, it was just like everybody was all about that shit, dude. Skyrim specifically just took it even further. Like people who don't
Yeah.
even play games.
I still think Oblivion holds up really well, though. I think, Morrowind is so dated it's hard to play now.
Yeah.
But Oblivion is still a fantastic game. And I think most people who haven't played it but have played Skyrim would still get a huge kick out of it. Like, I tell people that all the time. They're like, oh, man, I'm just getting tired of playing Skyrim. I played blah, blah. Like, have you ever played Oblivion? Like, no. It's like, oh, there's a whole fucking gigantic
Open world,
other
yeah.
world you can go through. Like, that's almost exactly the same.
It really is.
know,
Yeah.
like-
Actually, I think it's even more open a little bit. Like whenever it comes to stats and stuff, and like things you can do with that. Like to an
I
extent.
don't know. Like Oblivion and Skyrim both have their own thing going for it. Because Skyrim's like perk trees. There's so many different fucking things you can put your perk points into, and like ways to upgrade and stuff. But like Oblivion is like a more natural upgrade system. Like it gives you upgrades depending on what you're doing. So like if you're
Yeah.
jumping, you get like acrobatic points.
That's what I
and if
liked
you're
about it.
swimming, you get yeah.
It's like the more you do something, the better you are at it.
Yeah,
Which I
thought
thought
that
was
pretty
dope
cool.
as
It
fuck.
made sense. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, you shoot your bow enough, like you just get fucking bow-tastic.
you sneak
you know?
around, your sneak would just go up. You know what I mean? Like,
I love shit like that. It's just like it makes it so much more real, like or so much more immersive. It's like, okay, well, I jump every day, all day. Like obviously, I'm gonna get better at it. You're not
Yeah.
just gonna always stay the same. I like that shit. But anyways, this is gonna be a big turn of events for this whole like let's block Microsoft from getting Activision Blizzard. So hopefully within the next couple of months, it'll just go through. And then I won't have to pay $70 for Diablo.
Would be nice, yeah, because I ain't getting rid of Game Pass anytime soon.
No, me either.
I did.
You son of a bitch. No, but
It's just not enough on there. I want to play Atomic Heart, but it's not enough for me to
not worth it.
resubscribe.
No.
You know what I mean?
no. Yeah, it's better to save your money because you can just rebuy anytime you want. Like just hop back on whenever a new game comes out.
I think if Game Pass worked natively on Steam Deck, I would be like
Buying it
I
or
would be way
paying for
more
it.
into it. You know what I mean?
Give it time. I'm sure that's coming through.
Devin?
If they could work something out, that'd be sweet. You know?
So, Dark and Darker was removed from Steam following a DMCA takedown by Nexon Games.
But they have a song in there or something they weren't supposed to have?
So, I looked into this. So, Dark and Darker is an up and coming dungeon crawler PvPvE game. So it's what would you relate it to? Kind of like almost Tarkov-y?
There's really nothing like it.
yeah.
It was like there is something like it. That's why it's getting taken down. But like,
well, not even. It's not. Nexon is the people. They're the ones who made MapleStory, and apparently a lot of the developers from Nexon went out to whoever made Dark and Dark.
Dark and Darker, yeah.
I'm trying to see the studio that they're. Iron Mace. A lot of the developers from Nexon went over to make Iron Mace, and then they made Dark and Darker, and Nexon shut them down on DMCA, claiming that they had stolen code, because MapleStory and Dark and Darker are absolutely nothing alike.
No, there's another game that team is putting out that's exactly like Dark and Darker. That was the whole problem.
Nexon? Oh.
Yeah, apparently they had stolen the code from the game that they've been showing off that looks just like Dark and Darker. So like that was the whole thing because
I couldn't find because I was reading through the article and I couldn't find anything talking about the other game. It was just stated that it was Nexon shut them down on stolen code.
Yeah, it was either Drognum or Gilbert. I don't remember who was telling me because like they had been watching that game, but yeah, our friend Anthony and Drognum played Dark and Darker. They played like the beta whenever it was out. They were like hype about it, and so
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it got
like
taken down.
It's like a dungeon crawler with PvP elements, and you go in and like loot and fight monsters, but also
like top
kill.
Down or first?
No,
person
first
shooter?
person.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
That sounds tight.
Looks pretty dope.
Looks good. What you got?
All right, let's see.
Hey.
Okay. Player First Games co-founder Tony Hewen has announced that the open beta test for Multiverses, the Warner Bros. Crossover fighter featuring Shaggy, Batman, and more, will cease on June 25th, with the game's full launch now planned for early 2024.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's a long ways.
The move comes as a surprise, as despite being labeled as a beta, many players didn't expect the existing version of the game to be taken offline, let alone for what could be 6 or more months. So, a lot of people have paid for skins and stuff on this and, like, battle passes.
Are they really?
And shit. I think so, yeah. So I think if you bought stuff, you get to keep your shit. I don't know. It's weird. Like,
I have a feeling this game's like not gonna come out again. But like they're just gonna fucking like because didn't the player count drop down to like 10 at some point?
Probably.
Like it dropped down to like concurrent players was 10, like across the fucking globe.
You just can't replicate the Smash Bros. Magic, man.
No.
No matter what cool characters you throw in there, like it's just something about Smash Bros.
I also didn't like their 2v2. Like it was only 2v2.
Yeah, you
right?
couldn't do it was 1v something. You couldn't do 2v2. You could only do 1v1. There was no 2v2.
There was 2v2.
No, there was at least 2v2, but it wasn't.
No, what was the problem with that? Maybe we were trying to do 3v3.
Yeah, we
trying to do that.
Yeah, we were trying to do 3, and there wasn't like more. There was not more than 2v2. Like you could only be on a team of 2.
Yeah, something like that. But honestly, you could replicate Smash Bros. If you literally just replicated Smash Bros. Make it exactly Smash Bros.
People are too afraid to like get close to the mechanics and stuff, but just do it.
Yeah, it's like
just do it.
You can't get in trouble for it. Like as long as you don't have the same characters and same maps,
as long as you're not stealing the code. Like,
yeah, like if you organically recreate it, it's like it's your own thing. Because I mean, think about it. What are they going to sue you for? That'd be like the Grand Theft Auto suing Saints Row or something.
The characters are just Kerbo, Lonk.
Yeah,
Mark.
No, but take good characters. Like they did WB characters, like they were or Warner. Yeah, and then
Lewis.
Wait, who?
Luigi, Lewis.
Oh,
Mario, Mark.
I thought Mark was Marth.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I forgot about Mark.
Ray instead of Roy.
Mark and Ray.
Just two 45-year-old dads, like with swords.
Ice guys, just.
General Eagle.
General Eagle, dude. I like that one. Yeah, Lieutenant Bird. It's like not even name a bird. Just
Link is just Zelda. Fucking.
Zelda's Link.
Yeah.
Fucking, oh man, we could go all day for that. Solid worm. Okay. Is it Brent or is it me? Yeah, it's Brent.
Microsoft has stopped offering $1 Game Pass Ultimate.
They said you're paying now, bitches.
Look,
Yeah,
everybody
they
had so
caught on to me.
long.
Look, I did the $1 Game Pass thing so many times, dude.
Isn't it for like 3 months?
3
right?
months.
Yeah.
And then you just make a new account. 3 more months, baby. Game day.
But do you even remember your original Xbox account now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was going to say, like, with all those new accounts you've made, like, I would just forget which one was my OG one.
All that lost gamer score.
Yeah,
Look, I'm not even tripping about it. I'm just playing games for $1 over here, okay?
for sure.
You know, that's where I'm at. But yeah, so it said we have stopped our previous introductory offer for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass and are evaluating different marketing promotions for new members in the future. So maybe there'll be some other kind of cool thing I can capitalize on.
$2 for 4 months.
Hey, I'll take it, dude.
They're like, thanks to Brent Bass.
They just call me out like
We single-handedly lost, like, Brent brought our fucking revenue down by $400,000. Anyways, The Lord of the Rings Gollum will launch on PlayStation 5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC on May 25th, with the Nintendo Switch version scheduled for sometime later this year.
Bro, this game better be a fucking banger because like
What? Why would it be a banger?
Because it looks terrible.
That's all I'm gonna say. What about this are you like? This is gonna be
Okay, think
I
about
have
it.
zero
Just,
hopes.
okay, can we just like step back for a second and analyze this game? Okay, like we've known about this for years.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
This game has been in development for
For years, yeah.
There is a team of people that have poured their heart and soul into this shit, and for years.
Yeah.
And it's like they have been like working on this premise of a fucking game where you are Gollum. Like it's like.
Yeah, it was delayed like 10 times.
They must see something in it. Like I just how could you be on this team of people and nobody's just like, hey,
Let's
this
just
might
stop.
be shit, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like I think that there must be something there for
I saw
these
one
people to really like be trying so hard. I don't know.
I saw one article saying the first good thing that I've seen about it, saying like how they did the stealth and like the moral system in it or something was like unique.
Well, I like games with a moral system.
I
just
know,
hope
'cause,
it's
like,
unique and different. And I don't know, man. I'm not writing it off entirely, but it just looks horrible, dude.
It's not my flavor really.
It's been wrote off. It says it says
Jamel said it's official. It's done.
yeah, it says the
gone.
the
It's gone.
gameplay will feature a blend of stealth and action as Gollum sneaks around Middle-earth. And the game will also have players making choices that align with either the character's darker side, Gollum,
Yeah.
or
that's
his
him.
gentler side, known as Smeagol. No, I'm just kidding.
Gentler side.
The developers have said the game is taking inspiration directly from J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings trilogy rather than Peter Jackson's
shit.
film adaptation of the
Oh,
books.
okay.
Yeah, so
I was about to say it's a
Not the
game
source
about-
material.
see that this will be the difference. If in the game he's like, the process, like if he sounds like that, then I'm gonna be like, no, you guys took this from the movie because we don't know what he fucking sounds like in the books. If he's like, hello, I am Smeagol, you know, like
He's definitely not gonna be talking like that, but I think he's probably gonna be less of like a bitch than he is in the fucking movie. You know what I mean? That's probably what they're. I don't know.
He's
We'll
just-
see.
hello.
It's just meatwad. Hi guys.
The hobbits. It's gonna be fucked up. Dude. It's gonna be bad.
Jeez.
It's gonna be horrible. Anyways, it's you.
I thought Brent just read that.
No,
No,
that
I
was
did.
him.
I
Yeah.
did. Now you're me. Now
No.
you know how I feel. Okay.
Wrong.
Walk
Wrong.
a mile in these shoes.
I'm still going in the right direction, okay? So we're getting a God of War inspired Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle: The Last Ronin game.
I heard it's gonna be dope.
Teenage Mutant
So-
Ninja Turtles. Dude, that sounds
Teenage Mutant-
dope as fuck.
Yeah, so the hit 2020 comic book series Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is being adapted as a video game, and it's one that draws heavy inspiration from the God of War franchise and similar action games.
Just like
Polygon
ripping shit's head off.
well, apparently it's supposed to be a lot darker than the usual TMNT stuff. Because like in the Ronin comic, like isn't it just like Raphael left and like all of his brothers
they're
are
all
dead?
dead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a much
Sick.
darker tone.
Raphael's the one with the swords, right? No.
Or no, hold
I
on.
can't remember.
Well, let me just read it'll probably give us a little little thing about it.
I hope he's the one with the swords.
So Polygon broke. Well, I think he has all of their weapons now.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, because like this picture right here, he's got the staff, the swords, and the what are the little?
And you're going to switch between them with the D-pad. Oh, this is going to be sick.
So Polygon broke the news in an interview with Doug Rosen, Senior Vice President for Games and Emerging Media at Paramount Global. While the developer involved is still being kept under wraps, Rosen indicated that the goal is to create a AAA action title that draws heavily from the comic book source material. The Last Ronin is notable for being the first collaboration in many years between TMNT creators Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird.
Oh, nice.
Based on an unproduced story from the 80s, Last Ronin is a Dark Knight Returns-esque tale set in a bleak, futuristic version of TMNT. I'm going to bite my tongue trying to say that fast. Universe. In this world, all but one of the four turtles has been killed by the Foot Clan, leaving the lone survivor to seek revenge against the grandson of Shredder. Rosen also indicated that the game will break from TMNT tradition by only focusing on one character, though he didn't rule out the possibility of the other turtles appearing via flashback sequences.
What would be
So-
tight is if instead of doing a God of War they just did like a Sekiro, but like it's just Ninja
That's what
Turtles.
I was imagining, dude. That would
Yeah.
be sick.
Or like a Tenchu mixed with like I guess Sekiro is technically Tenchu, but
Dude,
like
that's
Dark
what we need another remaster of is fucking Tenchu, man. Oh,
We need Sekiro
remake.
2 is what we need.
Yeah, it's basically Tenchu, except for way
Really?
harder.
Sekiro
Yeah,
is
but
like one of
one-
the best fucking games I've
Does
ever played.
Sekiro have as much stealth and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's that. Well, not when
I
it comes to
mean,
bosses, but
Like
I mean,
Tenchu though, like
it is what it is. It's the modern version. It's what Tenchu would have eventually became if it was still around.
yeah, because it did get heavy into like demons and shit and monsters and whatnot. But
What, Tenchu?
mhm.
Yeah, there's definitely stealth in that's
Sekiro.
That's what made me like Sekiro is like you can kind of like just sneak up on everybody. You can climb up to rooftops and like
Drop down on them.
but
and
it's still
stuff.
got that signature fucking Elden Ring psychotic hardness. Fucking it's great. It's a really good game.
But imagine that with like a dark animated like cartoony look with the Ninja Turtle, but actually like really good
I
gameplay.
want, like,
Sekiro.
the grappling hook mechanic from Sekiro with Ninja Turtles
Yeah.
involved. That would be sick.
Or a skateboard for some
Yeah.
reason.
That would be ridiculous.
Turtles in a half shell.
Turtle power.
Still don't know what that means. Like what's that? They have full shells, bro. You ever think about that?
Yeah, what's half what yeah.
I don't fucking know. I don't know. Anyway.
Don't they have a full shell? Because like
Yeah, no,
That's what
they
I'm
do-
saying.
Yeah, that's a
they
full.
can't have a half
There's
shell.
nothing half about their.
If they
shell.
were a half
It would
shell,
be
they'd be
actually
dead.
creepier if they
Yeah.
had like they have the shell in the back and then they just have a six
soft
pack.
belly.
Just
That like a
exposed.
6-pack, like a human 6-pack on the front. It's like flesh colored.
Oh,
Like,
jeez. I don't like that at all, dude. Oh,
anyways,
Fucking
that's some like DeviantArt shit. Okay,
all
is
right.
it Brent?
Yeah, I think it's me.
All right, Brent, what you
All
got?
right. With Resident Evil 4 Remake out, one data miner has uncovered references to possible downloadable content starring Leon Kennedy's favorite frenemy, as revealed. Sorry, let's see. Basically, some data miners found that there could be the fucking DLC with Ada in it. What was it called? Hang on, let me see. Separate ways.
Yeah.
So like they found like a file in the data that's like
They're gonna do it.
labeled separate ways basically. So yeah, it's almost
Yeah,
confirmed.
why
at
would
this
they
point.
not? I
Yeah.
mean,
Remember we talked about this last week about. I was like, I know you can play as Ada in this game,
Yeah.
and it's the DLC part.
It's very likely that you will get to play as Ada in the new one too.
You heard it here first. You
Yeah.
will play it. No, I'm just kidding. It will come out. Okay, so Elden Ring now has ray tracing graphics, a ray tracing graphics option for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC versions of the game, courtesy of patch V1.09.
Very nice.
The update was pushed out earlier today, March 23rd. It's probably not the 23rd right now, but to all versions of the game, though the new ray tracing feature won't be available on PS4 or Xbox One. Ray tracing can be toggled on and off via the game options menu on console and via the graphics menu on PC. Bandai Namco also cautioned in a post on its website that both frame rate and resolution, quote unquote, may be impacted while playing with ray tracing.
maybe.
Possibly good.
It's like, dude, the frames are already affected just by the game.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
the game itself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna
Better
be.
have a good rig.
It'll be bad.
I've seen videos online of it. Just basically, it's at like a lock 30 on ray tracing.
Does it
Right.
look good? No, this is the ray tracing. Like,
It's hard to tell the difference on console, but on PC it looks really good.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. So, lawsuit over police killing in 2017 Call of Duty swatting is finally settled for $5 million.
Hey, I mean, they deserve it.
Fucking so after fighting the lawsuit over the police killing of Andrew Finch for 5 years, the city of Wichita has finally agreed to pay up. The city of Wichita, Kansas, has reached a $5 million settlement with the family of Andrew Finch, who was shot and killed by police responding to a swatting call in 2017. The incident arose from a dispute between two players in an online match of Call of Duty, which led one to engage the services of a notorious swatter who went by the name of Swatistic.
Yes, he was swatistic. Yeah, that dude was a complete shithead. Like he would like swat people just for fun. Like he would.
Yeah.
It was just like his thing. Like he had figured out how to get people's IP addresses that he was playing against, and like he would actually let people pay him to swat people. And so what happened is like some dude was like talking shit, and he's like, I bet you won't swat me or whatever. And he's like, here's my address, and he gave him some random person's address. And so he swatted that random address, and that person had no idea about anything going on. And so the cops, a SWAT team actually showed up. He called the police to say, he's like, hey, I just shot my wife, and like I'm gonna kill my kid or something like that.
Yeah,
I've
they
got
give
him
some
hostage.
Yeah, they give some horrible
And-
story to make police show up in full lethal force.
full, and like so the guy is just sitting at home, and like he hears the SWAT. He opens his door, and like something happened where they thought he was reaching for a gun, and they just fucking killed him. So like just some random dude had nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah,
Poor fella.
can you imagine you're just chilling and like the SWAT team just pops up and just fucking murders you like for no reason? Like it's bullshit, dude.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, so I don't think that the police should have to pay that $5 million. Obviously, they're not going to get it from this piece of shit who's probably never worked a job in his life. But like, I feel like the police, they can't know like that. They heard like, oh, this guy just killed his wife. He's about to kill a kid or something. We need to hurry up and get over there, do what we got to do. It just sucks
Still
all
probably
around.
shouldn't have mowed the fucking guy down, before that.
That's true.
Like,
Well, yeah, and that's why the city's having to pay up a little bit, because it said when he stepped out onto the porch, not knowing, like unarmed, he was immediately shot.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
I wonder
like,
what like prompted them to just start firing. Like
I don't know.
it sucks
You
though.
can't be so fucking trigger happy, especially as a SWAT team person. You know what I mean? Like, if you're just a normal cop in a crazy situation, but you're a SWAT team guy, like you're going to the crazy shit. Like it's gonna be crazy.
You've got
You
enough,
know?
like you got riot shields, you got armor,
Yeah.
you're good. Like just chill, wait it out, see what's happening.
Or
But
at least talk to the guy and like.
For real.
are you the guy? Yeah, like
Hey, bro, why'd you shoot your wife? Like,
like what are you talking about? Yeah, yeah. So sad story all around. Brent, what you got?
Okay. Cyberpunk 2077 is gonna get path tracing on April 11th, which is
The fuck even is that?
so path tracing is basically just full ray tracing. Like it's ray tracing, but it's not like ray trace reflections or it's like
Ray trace your life.
the whole game's lighting is completely redone in ray tracing. Like it's everything about the game is ray traced, like
God.
from top to bottom.
So
like,
basically, you're gonna need a 4090 to two
Yes.
4090s to run that.
What game is this again?
Cyberpunk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
But should
Yeah,
be
and
pretty
it's gonna be part of Cyberpunk's new. Well, what kind of mode? What is it called?
overkill mode or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. There's like a name for the mode that I think that's gonna be.
Stupid mode.
Yeah.
Fuck your PC mode.
Yeah, set your house on fire mode.
So, at GDC 2023, Epic Games held a State of Unreal event where the company unveiled the latest updates for Unreal Engine. We got a fresh look at some new tools
There's some cool
coming
shit,
soon.
actually. Like,
Oh, yeah. Coming soon to creators, as well as how some of these tools are being used in upcoming games like Senua Saga, Hellblade 2. If you missed the live stream, here's the quick roundup. Sorry, Unreal Editor for Fortnite allows players to develop their own games inside of the popular battle royale. So, it's basically Unreal Editor for Fortnite, or UEFN.
Fucking crazy,
is a
bro.
new add-on available for the PC version of Fortnite.
Have you seen the shit that people are making?
Oh yeah,
on
they're
Well,
they're
and
making Call of Duty maps and like the full Call of Duty game like inside of
hyper
Fortnite.
realistic too, like perfectly recreated. Like it's wild.
Jesus.
Yeah,
redoing all the original Fortnite maps, all the iterations of it. Like,
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, they go back to Chapter 1 and stuff. So the application works side by side with Fortnite's existing creative toolset and is to be used for designing, developing, and publishing games and experiences directly into Fortnite. UEFN also includes
so
a
sick.
new scripting language called Verse, which Epic notes is a powerful customization capabilities such as manipulating or chaining together devices and the ability to easily create new game logic. The Unreal Editor for Fortnite is available now on the Epic Games Store as a public beta.
So
That's
Fortnite is
insane.
basically just Dreams now, but way more widely accessible. Fucking like.
Way more
And
powerful.
way more better tools. Like it's just a simplified Unreal 5. Like that's stupid, dude. Like.
And so then there's MetaHuman Animator, which we already knew that Ninja Theory is hard at work on Senua's Saga. Is it Senua?
Senua?
Sinua's?
Senua.
Or is it Sinua's?
I don't know.
Anyways, Hellblade 2. And during today's State of Unreal presentation, we got to see a sneak peek at how the developer is taking advantage of the new tools provided by Unreal Engine and how it is using MetaHuman Animator to provide realistic facial
Did
animations.
You see this?
Dude, it's crazy.
I didn't see the
Stupid.
video of it, but I saw a screenshot. But I've also seen the previous stuff
video
that
is
they've done.
Crazy,
Yeah, you gotta watch the
bro.
video
She gets
to
an
see that shit.
iPhone, bro.
And they
A
just
fucking
film her.
iPhone. There's no special lighting. There's no fucking like tricks. It's just her in front of a fucking iPhone on a tripod. She does like a little monologue, right? And then it does a perfectly like recreated version of her, like
In less than like 10 minutes. It was like 5 minutes of like rendering
And
to
then
take
they
it.
start swapping out the fucking faces.
Yeah.
Like she's like a different person, and fucking it's like still the perfect fucking facial expressions and animations. And then they turn her into a little cartoon kid, and he's
and
doing,
it still does the animations perfect.
It's perfect. It's
Yeah.
insane. Like
It's gonna change like game cutscenes going forward.
it's
because
also gonna make indie developers just have like a way easier time doing animations and stuff
yeah.
that are like believable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I can only imagine the kind of crazy shit that's gonna come out with this technology.
The
like,
uncanny valley is slowly disappearing.
Well, and you just don't need like all the balls and shit all over your face
Yeah.
anymore.
No.
You don't need the whole.
you just need
rig.
an iPhone.
Yeah.
And imagine with like an actual good camera, like
Well, and
the
that's what they were
quality you
saying.
could
Like
get.
you can hook it up to like the professional shit that exists now, and it'll be like 10
That much
times
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But the fact that they're getting that quality out of a
out
a
of
very
just a
basic
phone.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, very cool on that. And then Epic CEO Tim Sweeney and Unreal Engine head Nick Pinwarden shared new information on Unreal Engine 5.2. The company teamed up with EV manufacturer Rivian to create the stunning Electric Dreams demo to demonstrate some new things developers can do. Unreal Engine 5.2 will roll out new features, most notably substrate a new method that will offer those using Unreal Engine 5, quote, more control over the look and feel of objects used in real-time applications, including games. More interestingly, Epic notes that Unreal 5.2 will introduce the procedural content generation framework during the State of Unreal presentation.
It's like some sort of AI thing or something?
It says Epic claims that these new in-editor and runtime PCG tools will allow artists to define rules and parameters to quickly populate expansive, highly detailed spaces faster and more efficiently. So yeah, AI, like algorithmic.
Bro, I have a fucking article on here. I'll just go ahead and talk about it now, because like fucking,
I'm out of news anyways.
Basically, hold up, where is this at? Okay, Ubisoft has developed an AI tool to help narrative designers write barks. According to they're basically using ChatGPT over at Ubisoft to write
As like a ghostwriter.
As like a ghostwriter. So it's like pretty soon between the fucking procedurally generated Unreal 5 places and the fucking like you're gonna develop games by just like I want a game about this.
Yeah, you literally type a prompt in. No, I mean whenever all like Unreal and all this other stuff gets paired together into one single package, type up a prompt and then boom.
Think about
it's gonna
this.
Spit out some AAA looking title.
Think about how cool if that can really like make a fucking dope ass game. Like, I mean, think about how much faster you could make a game with the help of AI. Like, you could have your Assassin's Creed games come out in like fucking half the time. You know what I mean? You could have you wouldn't have to wait 10 years for your Harry Potter game to come out.
Right.
You know, they just announce shit and fucking AI it up. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh,
yeah. Instead of like going to the store to buy a game or like downloading a game, you just like create a game like right then and there that you want to play. Like.
And even the developers might be surprised about what they're finding in the game. You know, that would be the crazy thing is to like make a game and then go play it and just be as surprised as everybody else when you like stumble upon some shit.
See,
you know what I mean?
That's the thing, though. I mean, you still have to understand like coding and how to get what the assets and shit you're gonna use.
Yeah,
but
I'm talking like way far.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I mean, with just this stuff that they've announced, like, we're gonna be able, especially with ChatGPT, because you can write up code in ChatGPT. Like, I've tried it with Unreal. You can literally tell it to make you Pong in Unreal, and it'll make it. You can just go in, and as long as you know how to insert the code, you can do it. So it's like, the thing is like they could use all this shit right now, and we could get back to the point to where like back on the NES or like the Atari, a team would put out like 10 games a year. You know what I'm saying? It's not like like you just have games coming out constantly. I feel like right now we're at that thing where it's like, oh, you're gonna play our game in 4 years. It's like, no, it's gonna be like we're gonna announce a game and then like 6 months later you're gonna be playing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like just with all of the technology that's appearing and like all the less man work you're gonna need.
Yeah. Well, you can focus your actual manpower on the important things like the populated areas in the game that need to feel alive and shit.
Are y'all still gonna pay full price for an AI generated game?
I mean, if it's good.
If it's good, yeah.
I'll pay whatever. Like, but that's the thing is like, you still have to have humans there to make sure it's not
good,
just an AI shitty game.
But
like,
not as big of a force though. With as these tools get better and better, you're not gonna have you're not gonna need near the manpower or resources to put in. Like
you won't need 300 fucking employees.
And that's what I'm saying. Like the reason games are at $70 now is because of the manpower required and time and everything put in.
That would be sweet if you could make AAA games a lot cheaper. You know what I mean?
Well, they're not gonna though.
No, they won't. But I don't.
That's
care.
what I'm saying. Like that's the dilemma that we'll run into eventually.
I think my problem, like a lot of people care about shit like that, but for me, it's like I know there's nothing I can do to change it, and I'm not gonna stop playing games. So like, why even fucking care? It's like you could literally go out and start a strike. Like I'm not gonna pay that for games. They don't give a fuck. Like the people who are making your games are gonna charge you whatever the fuck they want because they're making it. So it's like the person who makes a piece of jewelry that you look at and you're like, that's a piece of shit piece of jewelry, but they're like, it's $1,000. Because but it only took one person to make it. And they just found some rocks. Like I don't know.
Well, that's more material cost.
But that's just what I'm saying. It's like it's in the eye of the creator. Like whatever that they feel it's worth is what they're gonna charge you. Like if they feel they can get $70 out of you, they're gonna do it. So it's like, well, what are you gonna do? I want that game. Say I'll pay the $70.
I
At
feel
least
like
that's
it
just
might
me.
be worth. It might be more worth $70 if you could get a game that's like No Man's Sky, but every planet you land on has like generated AI, like generated fucking quests and stuff for you to go on. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like at first AI generated quests are gonna be weird as shit.
yeah.
Like
My hamburger fell in well.
yeah.
Go get hamburger.
I'm ready for that game. Like I want somebody to do like I fed AI like a fucking 400 Skyrim quests and told it to make me like 20 side quests and just see what comes out of that. Like what kind of bullshit that would make. But anyways, you said you're out of news?
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay. This is like not the biggest news, but GameStop is back in the green as it reported a profit of $48.2 million in the fourth quarter of the fiscal year that ended January 28th.
We don't have to sell our plasma anymore, guys.
The video game retail giant reported its financial results during an earnings call yesterday, marking its first profitable quarter in 2 years.
Way to go, GameStop.
They didn't really do much. So the company's...
The consoles are available now, so they're probably fucking making money again,
Oh, yeah. The company's net income of $48.2 million is a slight improvement from the net loss of $147.5 million last year. However, the rest of the numbers aren't exactly the best. GameStop's net sales dipped to $2.26 billion from $2.25 billion in the fourth quarter of the last fiscal year. It also saw a decrease in its net sales for the year at $5.9 billion from $6.11 billion the year before, as well as a drop in inventory to $682.9 million from $915 million. That's like $300 million.
I was just about to say, all of this stats are directly related to GameStop like cutting their inventory.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they cut
they've
their
been like clearancing everything
Yeah.
like all
Literally.
year. Like,
and they made a big switch to merch.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, they're like, we're Hot
collectibles.
Topic now, but we
Yeah.
got games over here.
they gotta do what you gotta do, I respect the
just
grind.
trying to
The
stay
grind.
alive.
Yeah, so the only positive gain GameStop got is the $1.39 billion in cash and cash equivalents, which is an increase from $1.27 billion last year. So the retailer credited its economic rebound to the cost-cutting measures it implemented throughout the last year, including 3 rounds of layoffs and increased sales of collectibles, apparel, figurines, toys, blah, blah. GameStop CEO Matt Furlong said in an investors call, "We were glad we got rid of so many people." No, I'm just kidding. And he said the company would continue prioritizing the long-term growth of collectible sales, especially the ever-popular Funko Pops. Okay. And so they're just like a Funko Pop store, dude. I like it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, if it works, it works.
All right, here's the important news. Out of all the news, this is the important one.
Okay.
Lego and 2K are working on a
Okay.
driving game called Lego 2K Drive, and the AAA driving adventure game is set for release on May 19th.
Did you watch the trailer for this?
I didn't watch the trailer,
And
but
the gameplay?
the description looked fucking awesome.
It looks like fucking...
Like Forza Horizon, basically,
No,
but with Legos.
kind
like,
of. It looks like old Lego racers mixed with like Forza Horizon. Like
It says it's an open world.
it is.
It says it's an open world driving game. It says it allows players to make their own cars out of Lego pieces with more than 1,000 options. Fucking, fuck yeah, dude.
Dude, hell yeah. Dude, I've wanted a
me in
Lego
that.
Racers since Lego Racers.
I want an
like,
open world Lego world where I can just race around in a sweet Lego mobile that I made. Like,
yeah, dude.
Let's get it.
It's just
That
like a
sounds
giant
sick.
like pirate ship on wheels. Like you can literally do whatever the fuck you want with Lego shit.
Really? You think it's going to be pirate ships? Because I think people are going to make a bunch of driving dicks.
It's gonna be a bunch of Bugattis and shit. You already know, like people are gonna like make the most ridiculous.
Just
Like,
dicks drag racing down the road. Fast as fuck.
Big old ball sacks going.
just dragging.
Just having a nice day driving through Legoland, and then here comes a big ball sack down the road. I guarantee.
Oh, gosh.
Cock racers.
They're going to have to set some parameters.
I'm sure there is. Already.
How would they set parameters to like weed out the offensive stuff?
Anything that starts to look phallic, it just breaks all your Legos.
Rocket ships are out.
It's like, hey, that's a little too round. It just like stops it. Yeah, so you couldn't make like a toad, like a Toad car from Mario or
I can't.
anything.
No, there's gonna be so much offensive shit made as a race car.
It's
in
gonna
that
be
game.
so great.
I can't wait to see
I
it.
can't wait. And that's it. That's all I got.
Same. I mean, I guess I don't know if we should mention this, but I feel like we brought it up whenever it first happened, so we probably should mention it. Because I don't really know what this means, but the domestic violence charges filed against Rick and Morty co-creator Justin Roiland have been dropped, IGN has confirmed. A representative with the Orange County District Attorney, which originally filed the charges, told IGN that they were dropped today as, quote, "We did not have sufficient evidence to prove the case beyond reasonable doubt."
They got dropped. Just like Justin Roiland's wife.
Yeah.
Oh! No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
It wasn't even his wife.
No, I don't
But
know.
in addition to
God. Oh my.
Sorry, that's terrible.
additional information that came to light during the investigation. In addition to additional, so it says, quote, "I commend the Orange County District Attorney's Office for conducting a thorough review of the facts and deciding to dismiss the case against Justin Roiland's attorney, T. Edward Wellborn, told IGN in a statement. I'm thankful justice has prevailed. And we kept her quiet." No, just kidding. Roiland also broke his silence today, speaking publicly on Twitter for the first time since the allegations came to light. Quote, "I've always known that these claims were false." Well, I would hope. I mean, if, they're about you. "And I never had any doubt this day would come," Roiland tweeted. "I'm thankful that this case has been dismissed." No, I'm just kidding. But at the same time,
Right after they fired him from everything, like fucking dicks, like.
Well, it says, "I'm thankful that this case has been dismissed, but at the same time, I'm still deeply shaken by the horrible lies that were reported about me during this process. Most of all," he continued, "I'm disappointed that so many people were so quick to judge without knowing the facts, based solely on the word of an embittered ex trying to bypass due process and have me canceled. That it may have succeeded, even partially, is shameful. However, now that the legal case has ended, I'm determined to move forward and focus both on my creative projects and restoring my good name." I don't know if he ever had a good name.
Yeah, I
but
still get a bad vibe from him. I don't like.
Definitely bad vibes, but at the same time,
Yeah, I mean,
this doesn't address all the the messages that came out from him, like messaging underage girls, like basically as
I didn't see that one.
as Rick. Like he would like message, like, I'm not even kidding you. Like the way that he would communicate with these girls, like it was like Rick was writing to them, and it was just weird. Like that's how you know it's him, because he'd just be like, he was like, "Hey, has anybody ever told you that you're jailbait?" Like stuff like that. Like he would just like straight up just message these people. And, like,
I didn't hear nothing about that. But see, look, I've always gotten a weird vibe from. I like Rick and Morty, but him specifically, I've always gotten a weird vibe.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still have that weird vibe about him. I don't know. Like,
and the
I'm
weird
glad-
vibe. Also, his employees, or like the people who worked at the studio, have all came out and said he was like the worst person in the world to work for. Like he was just like, he would come in, apparently he hadn't even written on Rick and Morty in like the past 2 seasons. Like he would just be sitting there playing with like remote control cars and shit while they were all working and stuff.
just
Like
coming to do the voices and that's.
yeah, he was like just not doing shit, and like they were like, so it's not really different other than him doing the voices. I don't think he's a good guy. Like, but I also don't know. There's no official evidence like this guy is a bad guy, because those messages, we don't know if he actually sent them. It could be somebody just
And
portraying
they
him.
did an investigation, so I mean,
they dropped the charges.
Yeah.
As
I'm
long as
sure
the
he
due
has
process went
significantly
through,
more money than whoever it is that was trying to make these claims, and I'm sure it was very easy for him to be like, we're going to shut this person up, but who knows?
It's just crazy how, like, I mean, even now that all of it's over and, like, his name is allegedly cleared and shit, like, he doesn't have his job still.
He's never going to get that back.
He's never going to get it back. He's
he resigned from his game studio, Staunch, Squanch Games.
Or whatever,
Yeah, he resigned from that.
Which he basically founded.
Yeah,
you know what
he
I
did
mean?
found it. He was a co-founder. And then he was fired from Rick and Morty. He was fired from Solar Opposites.
Which he basically created both of those things. You know what I mean?
Like, with the other guy,
Dan Harmon.
Dan Harmon, which Dan Harmon's got a shitty past too. Like them two, I don't understand why Dan Harmon gets to get away from
pass,
this. Yeah, like he's worse, like in some cases. But anyway, so it's like, it's just weird that his whole life is over at this point. Like, there's nothing, even if all of it was fake. I mean, I think the problem is that nobody knows even the details of the case I think if people knew like what the claims were, like, or what the you know what I'm talking about, like the allegations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if people knew what the actual allegations were, if he came out and said, "Hey, here's the story. This is what happened." And
yeah,
this is,
you leave it to your imagination. You're gonna think the worst.
yeah,
you know?
everyone's gonna be like, "Well, why aren't you telling us what happened then if it didn't actually
Well, it's
happen?"
like people give Johnny Depp and Amber Heard so much shit for being so public about everything, but it's like if you don't, people let their fucking imaginations
Yep.
go wild, and then it's like everything that.
Well,
could be,
but
you
at the
know.
same time, he didn't make any, like Johnny Depp didn't come out and make any statements publicly before like the trial started, right? Because like there's a whole like
Yeah,
But the
but
trial's
you
over.
allow people into your life that are like, I mean, everything was so publicized. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
but I
Like,
mean, as far as like Johnny Depp not saying anything, Justin Roiland not saying anything, it's like a whole legal thing, like to not say anything before the trials go into process because of like saying this or that can affect how shit will go in litigation.
I think the first thing he should have said whenever he came back out, though, instead of being like, "Oh, it was an embittered ex" and stuff, it's like, okay, but explain what happened.
Yeah.
Like tell us why why was this a thing in the first place?
Like,
Like,
I'm not a lawyer, but I know like the reason that they don't come out and say stuff specifically is due to litigation.
Yeah, of course. No, I'm saying don't say the names. Don't say anything. Just be like, okay, this embittered ex I'm talking about. I'm not going to say who it is or whatever. Yeah. We were hanging out and this happened. Like explain your side of the story, because right now everybody just thinks like, okay, well, you're not talking about it at all. That means you got something to hide, or you don't want people to find out what happened.
Can't that lead back to like retrial?
No, as long as he's not mentioning a specific person. Once the trial's acquitted, it's over. You can't be charged for the same thing twice.
yeah.
Like
Statute of limitations.
yeah,
Double
no, it's
jeopardy.
a double jeopardy. Like
double. Yeah.
yeah, like it's over. So at this point, he could just be honest and say, this is what happened. I don't know. That's just my thing. I think if he did that, and like people are like, okay, that makes sense. I was thinking you just like straight up did this and this. Like he'd probably get his job back, or like people would be more willing to work with him because he was like more honest, or at least that's my thought on it. But anyways, games that are coming out this week. With this week's hot releases, we got Sifu coming to Xbox finally.
Oh, cool. That's a dope game. I was really into that for a little bit.
It's getting an update to Arenas.
Cool.
Oh, is it? What's
Yeah.
that? Is that like a
I think it's
multiplayer?
just
Like
like
a
a
mode?
wave, like an endless fighter.
I think it'll be a wave mode. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about to say it'd be kind of cool if they did like a versus like multiplayer.
That'd be pretty neat. It's kind of I don't know. It'd be a hard game to do multiplayer
I
with.
was about to say, would it work?
It would be like trying to turn the combat from Arkham Asylum or something into multiplayer. It just would be strange.
Everybody's just hitting the button to like
Yeah,
dodge
to counter. Like,
or counter. Yeah. Okay. And that's coming to Xbox on the 28th. And then we got The Last of Us Part 1 coming to PC on the 28th as well.
Very
So
nice.
that's going to be dope. And then we got the new Forza Horizon Rally Adventure DLC. And that's coming on the 29th.
Oh, cool. So
Nice.
you basically get dirt added into.
More dirt.
Lots of dirt. Yeah.
Like I meant like the game dirt.
Oh, no, I just like dirt.
Yeah,
Nope.
I like dirt.
I just want more dirt. No. Anyways, okay. I brought the trivia. It's gonna be super easy, but that's
all
why
the games.
that's it. That's all the games that matter.
Man.
I only bring the hot games.
No, that's
okay?
real.
Yeah.
I thought there'd be more heat.
No, dude, it's kind of cold out here. So first off, we're gonna start it with the easiest one. What game did Mario first appear in?
A Donkey Kong.
Okay, Brent wins. What's the best-selling handheld system of all time?
The Nintendo DS.
What the fuck? How'd you know that?
I don't know. I just know these things.
I just
know
thought-
these things.
I thought you were
man.
gonna
That
go
would have
for-
been GBA.
Yeah,
but
I was thinking you guys were gonna go for Game Boy. Like I was like, there's no way they'll know it's the DS. Like that just seems so random to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
DS would have been my second guess,
The
but
DS was
GBA was
hot
going to
when it
be
came out, bro.
yeah.
Fucking.
GBA was going to be my first guess though.
But you
Well,
can
the
play
thing is,
GBA
I was
games
gonna say,
on the
that's
original
one of the
DS.
reasons why the DS was so hot, because
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
had a
yeah,
GBA, and they were like, all right, we can still play our Game Boy Advance games, and they were still manufacturing Game Boy Advance games at the same time.
Yeah,
It's
because they
crazy.
just when the DS came out, they just also launched the SP like right
Yeah,
before it, or at the same time. Because I remember like when that Christmas came around, when the DS came out, me and two of my other brothers, we got DSs, but then our fourth brother got an SP, and we were like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?" Like,
The SP was fresh though. It fit right in your pocket.
it did, yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Our DSs fit in our pocket mostly.
It was like bulging. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna make one real quick. I got the. I've already got it in my head. So, okay.
Why are you typing it down?
No, I was searching for something.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Let's do this one. Okay. Just because those were too easy, and this one will probably be easy too. Damn. All right. Which Call of Duty was a launch title on the Xbox 360?
All right, I know this one, I think, but I'm gonna let Devin hit it before I guess.
Well, it's not going to be. No. It's going to be something before Modern Warfare.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fucking. Oh God. I'm trying to remember the old ones. It's been so fucking long. Go ahead, Brent.
I'm pretty sure it's Call of Duty 2.
It is Call of Duty 2.
Two.
And they did Call of Duty Big Red one for the
Game-
PS2.
Okay.
No, for the PS2.
It was on GameCube also.
Was it on
Yeah.
GameCube? I didn't know that.
Big Red one was the one that I was
only
trying
know
to
that
think
because I've
of.
got the emulator on my Steam Deck.
Though, okay, because Big Red one was on, basically that came out on the previous consoles. So like
Yeah.
the generation before. So the 360 and the PS3 had Call of Duty 2.
Yeah, and then I think.
Oh no,
Xbox-
actually, the PS3 didn't even get Call of Duty 2, did it?
I can't can't remember.
Big Red one was the one that I was trying to think of, and that's because I played it on PlayStation 2
Yeah.
way back in the day, but I couldn't think of the fucking
Yeah.
name.
It was like the lesser version of it. Yeah, I don't think it
I
even
remember
came out on
playing-
PlayStation.
I only know this because I got it as one of my launch games. I got the
Oh.
360 around launch, and I had Call of Duty 2 with it, and
I
it
got a
was.
360.
Me too.
Not only was it a fun game, but like I played the shit out of the multiplayer on it, like big time. You know what I mean? It was like back in the infancy of Xbox Live, you know, and everybody was still playing
Yeah.
Halo, you know, but I was kind of over
Gears.
here playing fucking Call of Duty, old school Call of Duty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Dude.
didn't get a 360 until years after it came out.
Oh man, we were
Remember
always
when we got
playing
Call of Duty 3 and played on? You could both
Yes.
play online on the same
on
Xbox.
the same split screen.
Dude, that shit
we
was
had some. We
dope.
would jump in the little cars together and ride around. It was so
Dude.
much fun.
Fuck yeah! So Call of Duty 2 was an Xbox exclusive.
What?
Wow,
Huh.
Yeah, that's insane to me. Like,
that's crazy.
so it's like Call of Duty was already an Xbox exclusive. Wait, but before it was Call of Duty, you know. But
Yeah.
still, that's still crazy. I wonder
Before
if
Modern
3
Warfare changed the game.
I wonder if
like-
3 was an exclusive.
I don't know. The only place I remember playing 3 was on Xbox. That's for sure.
Me too. No, 3 came out on PS3 as well.
I know World at War was on PS3 for sure.
Yeah.
You know,
World at War was whenever shit started getting real because
yeah,
of zombies and everything.
changed the game, bro. That was a fucking serious game changer.
Well, and Modern Warfare introduced that first control scheme.
Yeah,
That
where it
changed-
changed the
Changed
game.
first-person shooters like entirely.
Yeah.
I tried to tell Anthony and Parker that they were like, no, it didn't. I'm like, dude, every first-person shooter you play today only plays that way because of Call of Duty
On-
Modern
on
Warfare.
controller.
On
Well,
controller.
On-
Okay,
yeah,
so
specifically
there are
on
things
controller.
that like Modern Warfare specifically revolutionized, like
The sprint.
Call of Duty in general revolutionized the aiming down the sights. Like the original Call of Duty games, the aim down the sights
Was
mechanic
dope.
was like a game changer.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like Call of Duty 2
Aim down
and 3.
sight. Sprinting wasn't a thing until Modern
Modern
Warfare.
Warfare.
Actually, World at War. It came out World at War, I think.
The going prone, knifing, shit like that.
Yeah.
All that was like game changer. You know what I mean?
Before that, everything tried to adhere to Halo. Like
Yeah.
everybody was trying to do the Halo thing.
Minus the aim down the sights in the Call of Duty 2 and 3. You know, like
Yeah.
that was,
Well, it
that
didn't even
was-
pick up until World at War. I feel like everybody just kind of ignored it until World at War became such a hit that everyone's like, okay, we should just aim down sights.
Yeah.
Because people are still playing Medal of Honor before World at War. You know, like that was the big shooter.
Yeah,
like,
I can't
for
believe
World
that.
War
Medal
shoot-
of Honor Rising Sun was like the big competition for fucking World at War. Like that was like a thing. Like they were both like, you know, competing with each other. Like
Well, no, because Rising Sun came out. Rising, you're talking about the one where you jump. You're talking about Airborne, because Rising Sun came out on the GameCube. The Call of Duty World at War didn't come out till the 360 era.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
You
World
can
of War was
definitely feel-
2008.
They were similar feeling games though, just
Yeah.
because they're both set in Japan.
In
You don't have a lot of Japanese set World War II games. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, the Pacific Front stuff, like that was the cool thing about it. But like still though, Call of Duty was dropping, or Modern Warfare was dropping games at that time. They were still trying to exist. Like they did that Airborne where it was like almost like an open world type thing.
Yeah.
You're like jumping out of
that shit's on Game Pass. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
It is. It's interesting to go back and play it because they were like, how do we compete? They were like, well, let's just make it like kind of open world and like you just drop
Wait,
out
what
of
was?
Medal of Honor Airborne.
Oh, Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would like the campaign was you jumping out of a plane like and just landing in random places and like taking it out. It was so weird.
I played their that latest one back in like what?
It was just called Medal of
2012.
Honor.
Yeah, it was like a reboot. And
I played it too because I was
was-
like, dude, my childhood, it's coming back. And then it was just not. It was just Call of
it
Duty
was trying to
ripped
be
off.
yep.
It wasn't like a terrible game.
No.
It just wasn't like
It was just Call of
It's
Duty.
more of the same.
wasn't good enough to dethrone Call of Duty.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, unfortunately not. Not to I don't think they should dethrone them, but I still want them back. You know, like for their own thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, remember, guys, you've been listening to not Call of Duty. You've been listening to
Call of Duty speak.
Yeah, you've been listening to Warzone. No, okay, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, but you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast and Facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to join us and the rest of the GameSpeak community at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast. Check out our other video content on YouTube, and if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle AlJaffer Brent at BrentHas1, that's the number 1, and Devin at Devondrius. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Until next